son ñëwal nga daaneel don't take ko say li xaar li ngay bañ la dañ ko laal son ñëwal.
Ok, ma leen doon déglu rek ma leen doon déglu comme yow loo nekk di wax yow yaa ngi laajte gars yi lu nga xam ne is also important comme xam nga moom mi ngi wax ne dëgg la comme ñaari government yi ñoo ko saay that is true te Adama Barrow am na doole bi tey sax mu ne gars ne dama bëgg contrat bi comme ñu en ko fii waaye soo gisee defut ko maybe Hollywood boppam daal something like that man noonu laa ko gisee yaa ma understand waaye foo nekk di laajee gars yi ñoom tam balaa gars yi di taxaw tam gars yi di wax ne ñi dem fa war a génn gars yi di war a xam xanaa ban contrat lu gars yi seen ñaata la because ñoom soo déggee gars yi di wax gars yi seen leader bi mu fa su laajee kooku mu ne 10 years bi leen seen kon de gars yi war ñoo génn gars yi di wax ne na ñoo ñu dem because ñoom ñoo ko seen du dégg
exactly yep
yeah because gars yi di war a dellu seen leader bi balaa gars yi di génn si kaw nit yi di wax ne
ñoom nag ñoom loolu la ñu bañ nit ñi wax ko loolu la UDP bañ nit ñi wax ko danañ ko wax so affaire day leer yeah go ahead
doo mi réew xam nga man waaye comme ni ñu waxoon rek nga suñoo waxtaan waaye dañ war a understand the ethics of things as well now when it comes to security not everything will be revealed to the public loolu is impossible when government doesn't work like that now gis nga Ousainou regardless to he's not part of the government am na yoo xam ne mu ngi ko defoon during his term du mun a ñëw publicly toog mu wax ko munu koo def because if any of those information
non waxuma mu ñëw mu wax ko yéen xam fu ñu jëlee wax boobu ok go ahead
déedéet doo mi réew gis nga ab institution bu nekk dafa am things yoo xam ne now if you work in an institution where certain information are classified right? Regardless to whether you're part of that
Daddy L, me and you, we both know what is classified and what is not classified.
No, you don't know that. I don't know that because classified information cannot be known by you or me.
My classified, I know my classified. You know your classified. You know what is classified to you and what's not classified.
When it comes to state, I'm talking about the state.
Okay, state bobo for ne ko nitam li nga xamante ne mooy classify is gonna be your classify li lay wax na bu ko génne it's the same as your
guaranteed by the state so fa nekk nekkuloo fa mënuloo ñëw toog now gis nga am na yu bëri yoo xam ne now foog nga ne the difference between UDP and NPP su doon yéena yoo xam ne di kon Ba Ousainou wax na ko yu bëri
UDP ban difference la am ak NPP
doomi réew kabal yow tamit nag suma wàcc
no seriously ban difference la NPP am ak
we are best of friends
because yow yaa ngi gis Fatou Gueye mu ngi nii NPP la nekkoon léegi mu jógee NPP dem UDP léegi mu ngi nii jógee waa na UDP mu ngi dem NPP so ban difference moo nekk UDP ak NPP
no doomi réew yaa ngi maa jaas
no I'm talking about the party man maa ngi wax party
xoolal man maa yow
dadeel léegi ñun yàgg nañ fi nañ may ñii si suuf tukulóor mu ngi si suuf ñu gars yi
ok lu ma bëggoon a laajte comme dama joxe exemple lu ma joxe daal comme dama ko gën a gàttal du ko ñu ne itam du ko wax
man maa ngi ni di célébrer victory
comme
dadeel moo ñëw fii di jàppale
victory la Allah mo victory la wodi
tomorrow
muy half day lay wax waay
ok comme lu ma min anga 2016 comme dama dellu tuuti rek 2016 election bi bu mu jotoon they say that comme media bi ñu ko doon wane comme yaa jame dafa sign tubaab bi ne comme after the election dafa start di deport dafa agree ne comme suñu deporté boy dafa accept gars xam nga loolu gars dañ ko def ba pare gars circulate di media yëpp comme moom moo ko sign nii ak nii moom xam nga génnut mu wax ne man def mu sonal na ko bay dara nit su la nekk di tuumalee dara da nga war a taxaw nga ne man defuma ne man for example like Yankuba Darboe because gars ñu ne bu mu nekk minister of foreign affairs gars ne bu mu nekkee loolu gars ñu ne moom moo sign pour deportation bi xam nga gars ñu ngi wax loolu waaye moom musuta génn mu taxaw ne moom defut ko du dëgg ko nit yi suñu tuumal ne yow yaa def
my brother mën naa la interject please
no problem
yaa ngi wax loo xam ne waxal astafurlah non déglu ma xam nga lii mooma de frustrate lo in the Gambian public discourse you are coming here confidently saying ne musuta génn Lawyer Darboe had an interview on Kerfatu you laaj ko question bi Mune signed ko. In fact, he said when the German president came, he was in Abuja. So yo yange ñew fi nga ne lawyer Darboe waxut lolu. Different waxut ne defut ko. Astaghfirullah.
No, déglu fu ma nekk yow xam nga Stan Maya bu mu ñëwoon Gambia foofu noonu.
No, but Seku yow bu fekkee ne but son xaaral.
You said here ne lawyer Darboe musuta génna ne waxut ko.
Man dégguma ko man laa wax man.
Te lu nga wax ni ko dégg he has said it on the platform man interview nako Bantaba mu ne ma Sehu I challenge anybody to bring out the evidence. Okay, Seku. Mu ne ko sign ko wax na ko sign document bi.
Waa Seku lu tax yow man maa yow no xaaral son xaaral ma laaj Seku
da nga war a apologize and retract your words.
No, xaaral ma laaj son xaaral
apologize now, no problem.
No,
thank you. Let's be responsible in our words, please.
Wow, okay. Léegi yow itam danaa la wax nga responsible yow itam Seku because maa yow ñu ngi ci platform bi for almost an hour. Ñu pull ne Umar Faye moo ne Ousainou Darboe Uncle Ousainou moo sign this bilateral cooperation with Mansour Njie. Yow musuluma wax na ma Uncle Ousainou Darboe weddi loolu. Musuluma ko wax na ma Uncle Ousainou Darboe def na interview weddi ko. Ma ne bilateral cooperation bi Mansour Njie sign ak kii Uncle Ousainou Darboe bi Umar Faye di wax nii man dama si wax ak yow tey. waaye musulama wax na ma Uncle Ousainou Darboe laaj nañ ko correction bi weddi na ko kon Umar Faye waxul dëgg waxuloo ko fi.
Understand ma sa question bi.
Ma ne xam nga bi nga ñëwee fii dama la ne kaay ñu waxtaan tey ci Sénégalais ami bi nekk Gambia maanaam dégg naa ñu ne Uncle Ousainou Darboe moo sign bilateral cooperation boobu moo Mansour Njie Foreign Minister bu Sénégal. Maanaam yow musulama wax na ma Umar Faye de man dégg naa mu wax loolu ci Star FM radio moo Pandari Touré waaye Umar bu waxee loolu waxu dëgg because Uncle Ousainou Darboe laaj nañ ko feneen fu dul sama plateforme ba daf ko deny moom mu ne ku am evidence bu wane ne moom moo sign this bilateral cooperation na indi evidence boobu noonu waxuloo fi loolu noonu.
No,
so lu tax son wax loolu.
No, doomi réew yaa ngi confuse things. This agreement with Senegal maa ngi ko dégg fan yii rek laa ko dégg na ñu ne Cheikh Omar Faye moo wax ne Alhaji Ousainou Darboe moo ko sign.
Right.
Okay. I have never had a conversation with Alhaji Ousainou Darboe on this issue.
Okay, yow bi nga ko déggee Umar Faye wax ko ndax mos ngaa bind wala nga tam sa plateforme ne Umar Faye li mu wax du dëgg because Uncle Ousainou Darboe mos nañ ko laaj correction bi before Umar Faye wax ko ba daf ko dinaay.
Ousainou Darboe waxut man waxuma foofu affaire deportation bi laa doon wax waxuma agreement.
Oh, deportation bi okay.
Deportation bi waa ji moo indi mu ne dégg nañ fii ne Ousainou Darboe bu nekkoon foreign minister moo sign deportation te bu ne moom Ousainou Darboe mosu na génne wéedu boobu loolu la foofu laa ko doon correct ma ne ko waxala sa
okay non man maa juum
yow si juum nga dëkka
waaye at least suma juumee dinaa ko nangu waaw ma ne esi naa la benn ami suma benn ami recruit na ami because yéen rek may bëgg rek yaag dadi el so damay may ñoom am nañ ko sax docteur ñëwal ni la tukulóor yi tam ñëw na but tukulóor da ngaa ñëw balaa docteur wala da nga jàpp waa docteur ñëwal
Mr. Seku sate dole be mankama kunda dale ka fo je ni njumu
yow gàkku yow tukulóor ñëwal
docteur na dem
No, go ahead.
Docteur ñëwal kaay dimbali ma si gars yi
amal question.
ñoom ñaara nekk ci kaw ci laa rek
the level of decency we just it's okay if you cannot it's okay if you cannot handle it we understand.
Why don't we again?
Okay, waaw ñu ngi nii rek docteur nakam
maa ngi nii rek Daniel
li ngay wax yàlla baax na ci loolu lañ nekk di dund ba léegi waaw xaaral ma dem jëli sama benn xarit docteur continue bu waxal ak Daniel wala Seku madame jëli sama xarit bi ma réer
yow nii laay laaj
loo ko bëgg a laajal Seku wala doomi réew
yow laay laaj Daniel
okay
because for some reason danga am confidence ne yéen win ngeen woot boo xam ne li fi nangul so man loolu laa bëgg a laajte lan moo tax yow you already feel ne you won that after I won? Because I see a lot of dirty politics coming out of NPP.
No. I'm a bender.
Okay.
The reason why I have confidence because it is our stronghold, and records have proven from previous elections, NPP dominate that area. So I see no reason why we should lose there.
From the last one you won, the one previously was not a NPP candidate; it was a UDP candidate.
Ana kokutay.
Ayen ñaake sen ñaari candidate yo daw. Yen runaway ngeen di.
Bahna dal
Kooku dafa jóg daw yen ngeen indi sen boss ko tamit mu jóg daw.
Xam nga Sobeyaa
That's
is
not
only
my question
tomorrow.
though.
No, there's no dirty politics. We know we're confident because we've trusted the people of Half Die and they've shown their loyalty to us. So more time.
Why yen won ngeen wa?
Yen waru na wax because yen ñama ñu leen pub yen ñama leen you guys are forward because yen da ngeen daw affaire.
No, you don't have $2 billion you guys will find out later on.
Yen ñama ñu leen yen da ngeen daw affaire ci bori gi so yen noppi leen. Na jamba.
We have a reason why we pulled out of that race.
Okay.
No wax rek.
Te ku sa dégg naa dafa endorse NPP.
Daddy, yow famous nga ne Daddy.
Fan nga déggee 2 billion?
T-boy si suuf moo ko fi wax.
Yow T-boy
nga toog rek di laam-laamelu.
Yow T-boy nga déglu.
Angleterre yëpp tëdda nañ demal tëddi.
No, man maa ngi ataaya nii maa ngi nii force life living because man dama celebrate bala affaire si.
Looy celebrate noonu.
Because gars yi nañ vote si yëpp moo tax.
Don't be surprised nag su fa NPP daanoo be xalangu.
Man loo mi ne surprise man loolu la di loolu la ko man ko bu daw de
divide bi ngeen
bu daw na ko
divide bi ngeen
No, why? If we lose at Half Die, I will stay away from TikTok for 2 months.
Déedéet buy daw de buy daw ñëwal ëllëg moom ñëwal fi daw ëllëg
dinañ
ñàkk 9 out of 10 seats.
Mane Seku mu ngi nii Seku xam na Seku du wax moom xam na laaj.
Well, okay guys, nan regle platform bi.
No, Daddy, we don't have a dog in the fight in Half Die. We are just sympathizing.
Exactly, and that was a very wise political move because you know.
No, yeah, we have to be strategic, isn't it?
It is exactly.
Okay, Daniel, hold on, Daniel. Okay, Gambia diaspora. Do you have any question for Daniel or UDP, Bantaba?
I have a question for Daniel though.
Okay, go ahead then.
Daniel, so
okay, sorry.
He sent dirty politics from the leaked audio recordings at Yoyo. What are your views on that? Is that what your party represents? Because aside from Sidin out to condemn that, why? He didn't even condemn it. What he did was deflect it and say it's coming from UDP. When we know these people from everyone around that area, because I have people that come from that area, are telling you that these people are actually from NPP. So what are your thoughts on this type of politics?
If a man Lulu, I condemned it 100%, and I don't want to associate myself with anything like that. Because dafa ñaaw Lulu ba now gis nga but lii doo ko mën a tere. Because sometimes you cannot control people's thoughts and you don't have control over everybody. Why foog naa ne man Sidi Njie lum def su lii amee naa nga am an executive member come make an official statement and condemning it. Man de moom I condemned it because man dama ko I don't even listen to the whole of it. When bum dooree rek ma ne this is not for me because amaluma benn njëriñ. And it shouldn't have any place in our politics. Okay. Regardless to ban camp la jóge.
You started off perfectly and then you ruined it.
No, we all have to. This is doctor, lu bon dafa bon. Lu bon du buna baax. It doesn't matter where you come from. When wrong is wrong. So, and if you want to be fair and just, even in your own camp, things su fa dara happen loo xam ne waruta am. we should all come and unanimously condemn it.
Agreed.
Exactly.
And that is why NPP should take full responsibility of that. You want to send naka party member moko def, and they condemn it, not to deflect it onto UDP.
Man, if I was part of the executive, I would have gone to the extent of expelling him from the party. Said, we don't want to do anything with that party. Man, look like that, man. And set an example.
Exactly. As it should be.
Okay, give me a gift now. Make me a gift, lady.
I like that. Yo, dang de accept. Thank you. Lola gonna dig. I'm good now.
Well, mom answer me that straight time. Do they what they got wala, you know?
I do boy more for neka because mu tontu le.
Come on, nyamena fe ñew.
Yo Yaneka, the current government, I talk for the latte gift. I think you should be distributing gift, you know.
See, brand envelope.
No, brown envelope be tied up to what because there no suspect.
Money, so you loan singa hamme so secretary. You guys again.
There are no suspect. So then why the brown envelope? Because they begin to notice now. And go on. No, we're gonna politic clean politic, not dirty game.
Hamal ne dinañ amati a second TRRC de. Bo xamantene after NPP.
We flattered.
Su ko defé ñu mëna xam tamit lan ban damage ngeen cause ci suñ economy bi. Because
so yen kan moy set commission bobu non.
Benen government bi ñew, it doesn't matter ko
UDP parce que UDP foog na ñom ñoo.
No, why benen government bi could be anybody. We are not saying UDP. Why then they wara am another TRRC.
Seku is not allowing it to happen.
Because what goes around comes
Daniel,
around.
I'm just here to answer Domiro's question about this agreement, and that's it. That's what I've been present, and I know I've just asked him. He needs to do his homework before he comes on air. So that's Lola. He comes here, and I'm waiting for that response from Domire when you said when Adama went to Dakar and Senegal. So, sorry, excuse me, I beg your pardon. When he went to Mali and Senegal, he went with some of the UDP officials. I'm very keen to know that. If you can tell me those names, I will. Lol. Do the homework in the next 2 days and come and tell us. Yeah?
Daniel, Manglen Degon Yanange Watan regarding security classifications and how important it is for our country or Nakala Fade with regards to security. I just want to slightly touch on it without going further in detail into how the classification system works, especially within government, or because that's important. Man, I'm not going to touch on who signed what, who did not sign, because that's irrelevant right now. I think we should go past and see beyond that. The country is not safe right now, and we are sharing information with people who we should not be sharing information with them, especially the classification system in government is only 5 of them. It's public, internal, confidential, secret, and top secret. Now, the public one is the ones that can be shared, like it says in the word, and they don't have any harm, can be disclosed. For example, marketing materials are commonly published reports. You make a public report you have in the classification system. We have internal priorities. They are meant for internal use within, let's say, government. So sometimes, like, come for example, Yai President been done requests for all those they can be used within government, but still it can be distributed in public as well, because it's to do with finances and all that. Memos as well, and sometimes policies, some of the policies as well. Yinga hamne, they are confidential. They're strictly sensitive now. Fila fogene from confidential, top secret, secret. Nyata yoyi la fokne in the Gambia right now. We are failing on those by having external security forces for Now it takes 12 months to train a second lieutenant in Sanders, right? It takes 6 months to train a soldier in any infantry training center. Well, I'll talk about one of the best in the whole world. It takes 6 months for an infantry to be trained and qualified to be a soldier there. Now, not only that, it takes other apparatus, security sectors, when you train their personnel within 6 months, when you deflan. Now, what I cannot come to terms with more in a new swing dekabi, I'm not for security personnel, they are already qualified for your def job. They're already qualified for your def the job. Now, why is my question? Swing government, Bente, we are having people they look after the day-to-day security affairs, or people that are meddling in it that we don't appreciate it now, because I think they have overstayed their welcome. 4 years is enough. After 4 years, it should go to the Gambians, and Gambians deal with their own personal security issues in order to maintain the confidentiality in the security classification and the secret in the security classification. Most importantly is the top secret. Top secret is the highest level of classification, which cause exceptionally grave damage when disclosed.
Right.
Now,
Tukulo, can I just interject for 2 seconds? And you can continue, right? Now, it will be very, very unfair if you want to make a security assumption or making a security prediction or whatever way you want to put it outside the security sector, because now you have no idea to the extent of access that the foreign security have to do with the Gambia national security. You don't know what access they've got. Where is APP? Understand? Now, I understand their presence is concerning, but I can assure you, I think Gambia also is sovereign enough not to include the foreign security to be having affairs when it comes to the top secret security matters of Gambia. I don't think they're that stupid.
I'm glad you worded it very carefully, you kept saying, you don't think, which brings arise the balance of the balance of probability. And I am telling you,
and I think you're hanging on the same scale as well.
Okay, I am telling you what I'm telling you right now. I sat down with few people, okay, without going into details because this is to do with security. I sat with few people that are in the military and, of course, the police. And believe it or not, this is what is happening right now in our country, unfortunately. When I learned of these facts, I literally went into tears because with this information in these people's hands, they can run us over within weeks. And I can tell you that for free. 100%. There is they're not adhering to the classification systems, which I really literally was not happy, and I had to bring it up with some of these big guns in the military. And the excuses are very, very flimsy. I don't want to sit here and start calling out names and saying this and that, but it's quite alarming and very scary to the extent you wouldn't think so. And of course, unfortunately, this is what is happening right now. Lolo Moneka de House Dikabe. Lima Limni, especially this three.
I'll just have to take your word for it, but man,
Yes,
I politely disagree. I politely disagree.
Yes, understandable, because any right-thinking person wouldn't think that mansa at first, some ohone, be buma deme be majis, sila fogone, sila realize na okay, this is what is happening. But bima deme be just this is happening in our country. Unfortunately, it's chilling to the core.
Now, I can tell you, I've also served in the security sector for almost 12 years. So I saw that. You were a soldier here?
El Gaku, you can stay. Can request. Daddy, go ahead.
Tukulor, where did you do your training? Cartridge?
Do not answer that.
I did mine in Cartridge.
Daddy, so you were in the Gambia Armed Forces, right?
No. I was in the British Army.
Oh, in the British Army, but you never served in the Gambia Armed Force, right?
Yeah, but you know.
No. Okay, wait. Gambia Soldari Gambar.
Soldari Gambia, then you know what? No, Dunyapa, they're coming up with some things. You'll be surprised right now.
British Army in British Army ban Gambia.
They follow. We own you guys.
Boy, Daniel, we'll not go get dugal si waktan bi bail ñom nañ
you were very well respected in Afghanistan.
Daddy L. I don't wanna really give my opinion on this security thing. I'm not a security expert, and I have a limited knowledge on security, so I don't want to do it. I would want to just from a layman's perspective. I'm a layman when it comes to so from a layman's perspective, it's no brainer that Senegalese soldiers today.
This is very low. We can barely hear you.
Yeah, Senegalese soldiers today are closer to our president than our own security personnel. Would you agree with me on that?
No, I still would not agree, because to what capacity are we talking about?
Yeah, because
So can I help you there?
Yeah, please.
Can I help you there? Okay. Just recently, we had the judicial, every year the judiciary have the judicial, what's the name of the legal year? They call it the legal year. They do like a ceremony in Makati Square, right? So what happens mostly, you know what I'm going to tell you, they go for a Raki. So if you go to Raki, since you said you trained in ITC Catrick, you go for Raki. So when you come back from the Raki, who do you report back to?
Don't be revealing our own training.
No. That's basics. No, you don't need. That's not classified. I can tell you where the classification system where that is. When you go on a Raki, who do you report back to?
Yeah. Okay.
You report back to your chain of command, right?
So your platoon commander.
No, I can tell you now that the Senegalese came to Raki where the president was going to be in, and they went back after 48 hours, right? They came back with the Senegalese entourage, and I was there when this was happening.
Okay.
So to back what Sehu said right now, they are closer to our president than our own people.
And do you think that poses a security threat to the Gambia?
That is chilling to the core. Me being a security personnel.
Okay.
Daddy L. Is there a viable threat being a hamne mungineka Gambia that we Gambians should be aware of? It's been 8 years. Like, because you keep going back, dancing around the same.
Mel, I cannot tell you that the security situation, the security advice that Barrow received, Lulu, I'm not privy to that. Better, Mamuna, why they still
just off the bat, you being a security person, why do you think these people are still in the country? Why can't we have or why can't we empower? Okay, you don't even want to guess. Okay, well, go back to your president and ask him.
Well, can I make a comment on that point?
No, because it's been 8 years. If there is a viable threat to our country, I think we should be privy to it at this point. It's been 8 years. So legal and moisten problem.
I am going to say there is no viable threat because as it stands, if ECOMIC was busy doing nekk di biral ñoom ñu ngi biral rek bakaw fajar bu ga jeexal biral nañ so they definitely don't have a job because they have a lot of time to biral.
No, doctor, gis nga bobu nonu sax I think it's all soldiers everywhere. American soldiers dañoo biral fu nekk, British soldiers the same thing. Point them
they're the worst in it.
Time time bu ñoo dem di biral daf dee fekk gaay am time moo tax biral nañ xaafi fajar ak xaafi bakaw.
HI, how ma HI mënuma guess loo xam ne aw ma si benn information, almost Ben knowledge.
Okay, no, I agree.
Okay.
You know,
I'm not avoiding the question. Dama hamut answer direct. I don't know the answer.
I know if you knew, you would have told me. But I also know that you are very smart. So how many answer does not favor what you have to say. I don't have. I get it. I get it.
Okay. Let us talk about it from the low level. Just what common sense
I'm sure of one thing I do know, Moy, the Barrow government still sees it fit. They still need the economic there. The reason why,
that is the problem.
So why is it that our own soldiers are not being empowered after 8 years?
Because he doesn't.
What do you mean empowered? You can't more when the soldiers are not doing their duties.
Well, why do we have ECOMIC there?
But they are
there
not
is
empowered.
no
They have different functions. Their roles are different.
Stop playing.
Well, there is no every function bohamne warna neka in the military or security system in the Gambia. Gambian soldiers or Gambian military should be able to do it. This is just me that like, as a person in medicine who's
he went to Afghanistan, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where did you serve in Afghanistan? Which province were you
in? We were told though, but from there.
What was your job role?
He was in the kitchen.
Wait, doctor, okay. Believe it or not, I was an armor driver.
Mane, you were in the kitchen. You were a cook with a gun. You told me that.
Uncle Paus, mo chef. Uncle Paus, chef lawan, chef.
So the point I was trying to get at is when you are given an AO, right, an area of operation.
Yeah.
So would you let someone come in to that area of operation to do that job? Now, what I'm trying to get at is here, our Gambian.
No, I would not. If it is orders, then I have no say in that.
We have one of the best army in Africa, believe it or not. However,
no, I agree.
Our roles are dwarfed by the presence of these people. It's simple as that. There is no other way of me putting it. Mansuma Kiribai, I don't expect another person, I look at it as an insult because our security forces, like our boys and girls, are more than capable enough. What they need to do is to further train them in order to take charge and be trusted. And that's the key word there, the trust. Is not within the...
Yeah, Tukulor, Jame never played with our national security. Jame Goma one Jame Dinamusa Indi ECOMIC or whatever you guys call them. Knew what I know for Funo Toxi be Deka before.
We never had the situation like we have.
As much as I hate to
it highlights the incompetence of the government. No. But the thing
we
is,
never have an impasse before.
No, but okay. But it highlights the incompetence of this government. If you cannot maintain security and gain trust in 8 years, so Legi Fimnekani, tell me, why should I trust you to still be my leader?
Yen, can more than the ecomo just for. They're doing a lot of things.
We want them out of the country. It does not align with what we want.
Guys,
Make a move, Jehal. Make a move, Jehal. What?
They even giving training to our soldiers.
The Senegalese army cannot train our soldiers. Military soldiers. Daniel, let's be fair. Soldiers, if we could represent, no, they jitu.
I think Mansuma contribution more is Siluma Helat. It might not be true. Why Suma Gizgiz, Dama feel ne the reason why Senegalese soldiers are there, part of the reason is because of the Nenmuna stabilize the Casamance region, because that place is their interest. So you stay in Gambia or in that region, Dinalen Dimbale pour you stabilize that conflict that was happening or that was going on in Casamance region.
Yeah.
Because lol daf len sonal on trop. Why da nga gis ne at the moment
because Sante mandama fogné sa Senegal neka Gambia, it is also an interest to Senegal. So maybe they have that, maybe they have that bilateral agreement with the Gambia. Why
that doesn't mean Sun soldiers they are not competent. They are very competent.
Nobody would
because definitely they looked after Jame. I mean, for the whole 22 years, protecting the country. Okay, so they are very competent, and even externally, so guide them externally, then they give send performance.
Well, Santa Yala, do you think that this having the economic boost morale in the soldiers for 8 years?
Absolutely not. No. I don't think so. No.
Parce que soo ko seetloo depuis time Jawara confédération sax man am suma jëkkër soldat la woon time confédération maa ngi fa woon gis nga Sénégalais bi li ndee génn biir Gambia du pour ñu génn Gambia dafa métti ñoom because xam nañ ne intérêt bi ñu fa am is too much pour dem pour ñoom so pour ñu génn fa dafa métti
no xanaa fekk ñu bañ leen a génne Gambia is a country of its own
mun nañ leen a génne waaye pour ñu génnee leen loolu la wax ne Massi Adama Barrow bi ne pour ñu génnee leen kooku moo xam nga daf dee nelaw rek
dafa amut confident into the security sector. Lu rek nekk problem bi defuñ seen security sector reform bi comme niñ ko war a def. Now Santa li nga wax noonu bala ma daddy Santa li nga wax noonu the comment that you just made earlier on that is really dangerous. In fact ñu am Senegalese forces yi ñu nekk biir Gambia to secure the Casamance region to make sure there is stability there. Lolo, it's really dangerous because you want to use in order to, because those rebels are capable. Understand? More, because Salif Sajad of you warned before now, let's stay out of this trouble. Understand? So that is really, if I was one of like...
That was just an empty threat.
I wouldn't, it's always a wrong move.
That was an empty threat.
Yeah,
that was an empty threat before Jameneke. Why right now, the one that we have, because I don't call names, the one that we have right now,
Daddy, it's always a wrong move, being a security personnel yourself, to underestimate your enemy at any level. Okay, you just got Yunsun army, like we have one of the best guys out there and girls. However, the equipment is not up to par. You're just got those old AK-47s, which you see some of them are
some weapons and armory boy.
Well, but how many of them will be problem? Is it enough problem? No, they cannot, because I'm going to be impasse be happening at Sting Corner. Fofulan living one of the warriors. I'm not sure even if it's was it a mastiff or a warrior? I don't know which way, because I don't think it was big enough to be a warrior. Understand us? So Lulumone can probably see that was the only like long range vehicle that you can see there as well as Hana Motoside. Motosi Lolunga Munawa. I've never seen any in-law floating around with any.
But ñun xam nañ ne, right? Gambia, as much as is not safe, I don't think we've encountering any external security threat.
If we mess around with the rebels of Casamas, they can run us over with the help of Guinea-Bissau.
Yeah, but this is why I want to comment, guys. If you look at it, I want to play the devil's advocate here. In a way, yes, we Gambians can frown upon why Senegal is using our territory to fight against an insurgency in their own country. But at the end of the day, now one can say virtually the rebellion has ended. We don't hear much about this Casamas rebel as it was when Yahya Jammeh was there. They had a lot of they were making a lot of impact, but I think they are virtually defeated now. You don't hear anything in Casamas now. So why? Probably Senegal can say yes, using Gambia to launch attacks in Casamas worked in their favor. They have contained. They have virtually contained.
I think Sonko from that area, right?
Yeah, they have contained rebellion in Senegal.
Is Sonko not from Casamas?
Yeah, Sonko is from Casamas. But even before Pastef came to power, I thought probably yes they gave up because now Pastef is in power. Sonko is their own. But this went down well before Pastef came to power. As soon as Senegal started using Gambia to engage these rebels, the army, Salif Sadio, his power has
they destroyed their camps and they attacked them.
So it worked for Senegal. Using Gambia, it worked for Senegal.
Yeah, but my problem is, I think we're forgetting because the instability in Guinea-Bissau worked in favor of Senegal as well. Let's not forget about that, because it's not only the Gambia, but if Guinea-Bissau was in a good place or where they were supporting the rebels in Casamas, then it would have been a different ballgame.
Yeah, but Tukolo, remember, and this is where Macky Sall, this is the strategic thing that he did, because even this Omaru Mbalo, the president of Bissau, just like what he did to Adama Barrow, he sent his troops there to give him security. So all in the name of trying to secure Senegal. That's what Macky Sall was doing. So that was the geopolitics he was playing within the sub-region. And it worked for him because Guinea-Bissau under his control, Gambia under his control, and then he was able to neutralize the Casamas rebels, because Casamas rebels were getting their support from Bissau and Gambia, let's face it. And now, when Macky Sall penetrated and gave support to these two countries, so the whole thing worked in favor of Senegal.
Well, our security apparatus need to be independent and free from all the others.
But we all know the answer to this. The answer to this is Adama Barrow doesn't feel safe. Daddy L's president doesn't feel safe to be in.
I believe that was a deal between Adama Barrow and Macky Sall. Macky Sall is not there anymore. So why is still?
No, but government is continuity. You see, a lot of people are naive, thinking that when Jomai comes in, he's going to just pull out the Senegal. It's going to take time.
But one thing I do believe, that Senegal and Gambia would have done a security assessment and seen that it is still necessary for this thing to continue. Joma
in as much as they may not support some of the policies of Macky Sall, but this is one policy that they would, because this is about Senegal's security. So the Senegalese troops in Gambia is giving protection to Senegal, and Usman Sonko and Joma will not just change that overnight, because they're looking at, and again, they who is paying for their salaries that they stay in Gambia? I don't think Senegalese government is paying for it,
and neither is Gambia.
No, it's the economic.
So in a way, Senegalese soldiers being paid to stay in Gambia, it's savings for Senegalese government in a way. So they are good chunk of their salary is been paid by a third party. So why would they?
My conclusion would always be like, I believe due to maybe the security advice that the president receives, hence why he's making this decision still.
Somebody made a comment, an interesting comment, and said they were not defeated militarily, they were, or it was done through peace negotiations. Okay, all right. I wasn't aware of that. Thank you.
Yeah, Expila did, yeah.
Expila, boy, so buge ñëwal man mom jolas mo place parce que gars so be ani fe
No man,
I'm going because Domino brought me here.
I think Domino probably busy now, isn't it?
Maybe he's sleeping.
No, I'm not sleeping. I'm here. You're saying good. A guy in interrupt. Yen ñaar la bëggona am yak dadi.
No, I man dama bëgg.
Listen up bi paré wut parce que yeen a tax lay ni ñi koy dund. Militaire
No. I want to throw a challenge out to you. Can you be like Shehu Shedili and be on your platform for 2 weeks without talking about other people but just doing your agenda? If you do that, definitely I'll give you a prize. But I know you can't do it.
Okay,
now,
you know why?
He will not be able to help himself.
No, he doesn't have topics. His topic is the topic that draw attention is to talk about UDP and NPP. So
because you guys are the one who doing what we are talking about.
Because how now gis nga doomi re bu do len live bi amu fum la lut.
Exactly.
Halifa Sallah sa foog naa
Halifa Sallah why loolu mooy Gambian nag loolu mooy Gambian
But what about Halifa Sallah? I missed that bit. What were you saying about Halifa Sallah, Domire? What did he do?
Halifa Sallah, people keep telling why Esa Fall doesn't go talk to the people because he's the one who came last in the political arena. So. Okay. And all of a sudden, we didn't even know at 2021, Esa met Halifa Sallah to discuss about working as a team, like working together.
Okay.
But Halifa Sallah.
No, that's incorrect. Not working as a team. Dafa dem pour ne ko kay nga liggéeyal ma.
No. Naka la waxe ni nako kay nga liggéeyal ma. Dade
man non la ko defé. Domino, man suma ñëwé ci yow.
Dina xam ne that's false.
Man suma ñëwé ci yow mané la.
Allow him to narrate and then you can.
Man dama bëgg ma liggéey ak yow. Waaye man mala jité. Now, what is that saying?
Is that true that Esa
it was for a coalition.
So you mean Esa suggested
why do ne da nga dem rek ne ko kay nga join ma man ma lead ñun duñu def yoyu nonu.
Can you finish your explanation? I'm curious to know, when did this happen, 2021 or recently?
Okay, in 2021, around the campaign time, SRFAL found out Halifa Sallah was in Soma area, Jara Soma.
Okay.
And he called Halifa Sallah, tell him that he want to meet him so they can have a sit down and talk.
Okay.
So he was like, he told Halifa Sallah to initiate, to facilitate like a way
coalition
of
talks.
Walking.
Okay.
Right. But according to Mamadi Kurang, Khalifa Sallah rejected it.
Oh.
So now, my question is, if our elders, anyway, my way of politics and you guys' way of politics is different. Man, dabade sorale, ninga apne deg local language bi, so then today book. So man, suma limay like moy. su fekkee ne nit ñaa ngi woon Halifa Sallah borom xam-xam la borom économiste la or whatever socialist la xam lan la si doon ne he can unite this nation moom mu ngi am ci political arena bi for good 40 years. I understand ne it doesn't have limit ne kenn mënu laa wane at yi ngay toog pour laaj presidency but dama yaakaar ne sun mag ñi itam dafa war a toll ci point boo xam ne suñ demee ba certain age ñu ngi ne seen youngsters yi ñu ngi commencé ñëw pour replace leen man si suma xalaat mooy ne they should back those youngsters to keep moving instead of nga leen di deny ne now knowing ne yow suma ji yow you not going up you going down li nga doon am nga ko li nga doon experience dootu la fi amaatu so ki nga xamante ne ñëw na te yéen a ko yar seen ond la nekk study leen ko su fekkee ne li muy oote dëppoo na ak yéen li ngeen gëm na réew mi na dem ci kanam you guys back him up but Halifa Sallah reject loolu noonu then still now people are calling for coalition.
Well, Domiso, man, lo ma bëgg a comment rek. Number one, Lee is from a third-party source Kurang.
No. You see it right there. I put the picture right there. They write it down on standard newspaper too. So.
Okay, well, muna Jafare Domedeo,
Yeah.
Yes, wow.
Domiro, man sa buga na ñëw fofu nonu pour tontu la.
Man, you're fine.
1 minute.
Okay.
Domedeo, Degalo, Mr. Kurang Lua, Mr. Kurang, dafa ñëw as an independent mu join PDOIS. So during that campaign time, Lena could around is even in the campaign time bobu. And the world PDOIS ñu ngi won around Basse you know. SFR and Sobeyaa ñu ngi won si yeneen place si Gambia mi si la oote pour coalition talk Halifa Baye lu moo Baye yëpp moom senior members yi ñu dem uyu ko bu ko demee uyu according to Mr. Kurang, a member of the party now, a senior member even of the party now, lu mu wax si talk bi mu ne after lu ci xale Isa wax foofu noonu mooy ne dafa wax Halifa because ne moom léegi am na 70% of the vote na ñëw Halifa ñëw mu jox ko dara gaay mu bokka ci parti am ñu ne as the petition coalition léegi foofu yooyu noonu
No, Kurang esa money dafa am 70,000 votes.
Yes, correct. 70,000 votes.
Yeah.
70,000 votes léegi pour Halifa mu jëna Halifa Sallah sila Halifa agri wosi loolu ñu delluwaat ñu tuwee suñ campagne nag Halifa musuta jógal loolu keneen musu ko jógal recently lañ ko jógal lu tax tamit Kurang mu jógal ko because of
what's his motive?
Halifa wax fale motive bi mooy ne fan yi Halifa Sallah mu ngi woon Star FM ñëw na Dema QTV ñu ngi ko doon interview about his coming back to politics as Uncle Sidia Jatta lu waxoon mu ne if the wills of the Gambian call him back he has no right to deny it. Loolu la Halifa demoon pour setal bi ko mu ngi bëgg a nekk coow si réew bi mu ne doomi réew bi nag ne moom as long as wax na waxam bari dëgga mun naa ñëwaat mun naa ñàkk a ñëwaat nag léegi bés su fi tegaatee nit mu jiiteel nit ne ko Gambian ci vote dafa am ñeena i place leen bugga place nguur ñoom nag si ñuy aar Gambia leen bugga léegi Kurang si boobu leen ko doon laaj ñu ne xanaa yow si ñuy aar réew bi nga bugga wala si ñu bugga place nga bugga xanaa yow Halifa Sallah su la tegee yooyu noonu léegi yooyu la buggoon a answer mu clair si la laal this point of Halifa Sallah si naka Essa Baye Fa oyoon na Halifa Sallah for a coalition talk but mu mujjee nekkee nii léegi si Halifa nanguwut te boobu nekkutoon the first coalition talk Dr. Ismaila Ceesay oyoon na coalition talk before loolu loon nekk si opposition bi in 2020 but later on mu def ko a mock coalition talk mu ne all na leaders yi kuñ laaje wéera letters ñëw na letters mu jutee ñëw ñoo xam ne it was a mock coalition but tey fu mu ende képp gis na fu mu ende waaw léegi foofu noonu jina bi leen bañoon mun na noonu coalite ak Sobeyaa but as long as dugal na xaalis si foofu te ñun nag nekk nañ parti bi nga xam ne dañ ñëw pour aar doomi Gambian si lu mun a dem si yooyu noonu lu mun a dugal si coalition bi nga xam ne jina leen fa mujjee.
Okay. Baby Police, according to Kurang, let's make this clear. Kurang Monica Diwahi. Now that talk of 70,000 votes and all that nonsense, that never happened. Kurang dafa twist words, it twists the whole scenario to fit his narrative. Now, I don't want to go into detail to that because I am but I'm privy to what happened, and I do not want to disclose that here. But let's talk about Kurang for a second. Kurang has gone against everyone. Man duma defend bu Essa Faal bi sax, but as it stands, Kurang is on a path to tarnish everyone. Now he started with Talib yesterday. He started man si naka Friday betay balangena jaxas suma words man si Friday. So on Thursday or so, either Wednesday or Thursday, he started with an attack on Talib. He came out today attacking Essa Faal and his own party, PDOIS. He set a range of attacks on his own party. Party bi nga wax ne yow mom ngay represent yow Kurang Samoba. He attacked the PDOIS. He had attacked Halifa, and he came back to double down on this to say ne wah wahid, if you wah wahid. Mom, ko hamne yo yange attack every single person in your path. I do not see that person as someone with integrity. To the point that you're cooking up wah yo hamne, why you're cooking it up to tear down everyone in your path. Now, he had no reason to attack Talib. He had no reason to come for Esafal. The question was if Khalifa was supposed to come back or not. It was very simple. But he went on a rampage and attacked and bulldozed everyone in his path. So that doesn't seem like a person with integrity to me. And I have no respect for Quran, honestly.
And this is the guy who's supposed to be an independent candidate.
He's not independent. He actually was independent, and he joined PDOIS.
Dominic, can I make a comment? Dominic, look at my last question, but now thanks for the clarification. I missed Korang's interview. I didn't listen to it, so.
Dominic, APP Sobeyaa turnaround movement. Whenever buga egg.
Mange drop dina egg. Don't worry.
Loma Bogawa, these are startling revelations, but I don't even understand why he's talking about these things that happened in 2021, bringing it right now. I don't see the relevance of it. I don't know what is the motive behind it, his motive, his agenda. But I think in the interest of clarity, probably, hopefully, Khalifa Saleh or Esafal will shed light on these things. And because I think Quran has credibility issues. Okay, and so I think when these two people speak, probably Gambians will know the truth, what happened. I think that is it, because he has made allegations about whatever their conversation, whatever conversation happened to. Right. And I think they need to. These are people seeking for public office in the Gambia, and maybe in their subsequent interviews they will clear the air. I think Lula, because. It's all out there. Gambian politics moment, no. People, Kurang is like that kind of person, you know. I don't know what his motives are, but there we go. Thank you.
When he comes and make that statement about the Jane Commission, I don't take Kurang's word.
Yeah, I don't.
Turn around, go ahead.
So, I'm going Quran, kuko hamu mo waste time. Mon Quran. Bokan in high school, my head boy la won. St. Augustine's. So Quran daf de mom de game they play, that's not the right thing. Nit ku baax du def lolu. Man, I've been watching him since we began politics. ñoo xamne tweetam la ñooñu la day attack all the time. Talib Esa. Why you keep attacking these people? ñoo xamne they don't even think about you for a second. Kuran munta dem ay Africa la hawma munta dem be jeexal fofu nonu every show te waxut Talib ma te waxut Esa. I don't know whether you guys follow this guy, but all the time mom collection talk bu mo wax nonu
he just gaining relevance rek
bu Esa deme jaara soma mit Khalifa lolu nonu bu mo happen mom lolu dafa wara tax mu wara tok national TV yow ngeen PDOIS nga génne seen dati ronde bi yépp ci public domain. Abubakar Banjulinding so déglo interview Quran bi lu mu wax mu ne ñaari nit ñoo amé parti doy bi ba pare ñoo xoj parti bi mu ne kan la mu ne Khalifa ak Sidia nga dégg nga ko mu ko fa wax interview bi wante ñu dellu ci jaara soma bi moom jaara soma bi lu moo wax loolu du dégg lu moo wax noonu yëpp dafa fen ñun we saw what happened but ñun dafa nekk dañ nekk ñu nit yoo xam ne duñ uñu sutura kilifa gis nga Mamadi Kurang suy wax daf dee bugg a wax yëfi alxuraan mel ni Mamadou Sabali dafa war di bàyyi xelam ne lépp lu mu wax mu fen is getting mad lu moo wax noonu dafa amut sax demeewut noonu sax and that wasn't the first one sax boobu mooy the second talk with Esa and Khalifa but ñun musuñoo talk fen ñu ekati loolu di ko wax or anything because kilifa dang ko respect ba pare nga jox ko cër lépp lu mun di happen yow yaa kilifa when it comes to coalition talks or anything da ngeen ko téye dégg ngeen Halifa mu génn anywhere mu wax anything about Essa du am Essa du def the same thing moom tamit wante moom dafa ñëw kanami TV mu commencé si Essa mu jógee foofu mu dem si Halifa ak Sidiya amul lu mu leen sotti with that interview soo ko déglu first thing lu mu njëkk a wax man xam naa Sidiya bu baax a baax a baax man maa Sidiya ñoo daan fanaan benn lal si campagne bi yëpp so man xam naa lu maa wax is that important pour nga wax ko si interview kilifa da nga koo jox cër jàppee ko kilifa am na yenn yoo xam ne doo ko isi ba pare yu mu wax si yëfi ay waaw Halifa ak Sidiya lu gaay def because of Kek Sané ak xaw ma beneen jigéen bi dañ leen joxoon benn position after gaay génnee ko affaire yu doxut lii parti bi du dem because of xam nga gaay plan
APP mu ne Kek Sané ak Amina ak Soaybu ñoom tri
waaw ñoom tri mu ne ñooñu that youth lifin bu ñu leen joxoon after gaay lifinuñ si loolu du dem ba pare doo mun a noppi for so many years nga bugg a ñëwaat xam nga soo yow yaa ngi ñëw man du ma gis nga nit ki da nga am principles soo nekkee feena you have to respect that organization or those people even su fekkee ne things are getting worse or anything you need to behave yourself you need to control yourself ba pare nga jaay leen respect ak cër nga jox leen cër doo ñëw ba si diggi TV public domain yoo nga xam ne parti la loo leen di wax yëpp yéen a ngi ko waxee place yéen a ngi discourse loo leen di discourse nga ñëw di wàccee gaay because lu mu doon def moo nekk ne it wasn't like daf doon answer question moom
ban parti la nekk
doy la nekk
ay kii de
moom
doy la nekk ba pare attaque doy baale lu leen dara moom teg doy sa moo
interview bi soo ko dégloo di nga xam ne he was going for a character assassin.
Yeah.
No, but na guy na man jappaluma Mamadi Kurang, but da ngeen di understand frustration because dafa yàgg PDS.
No, yàggu fa doon
yàggu fa 2021 la ñu
2021 ngeen ne yàggu fa
2021 dafa yàgg Mamadi Kurang daf doon yaakaar ne Halifa naw 2021 waaji
bàyyi ma
position la doon ut rek
exactly
may leen ma daaneel fii rek after buñ ko laajatee mu ne waaw Halifa sax dafa war a joxe kii la war a joxe yow su Halifa di joxe yow you guys yow ngeen ne comme que da ngeen ne dem congress ngeen am constitution da ngeen am all this stuff let them wait for that these are things loo xam ne waruloo ko isi in the public domain understand so moom lu mu doon wax yëfi ay Essa nii la demee yooyu yëpp du dëgg because I was there but xam nga ñun du ñëw di wax si lifin loo xam ne mu ngi nekk si cabinet ñu ko isi si mbedda bi du ko lifin ñun dañoo jox kilifa cër so moom lu moo wax noonu yëpp fen la amul benn bu si nekk dëgg te that wasn't the first time Halifa and Essa meet that's the second time so moom lu moo wax dafa fen xam nga te mag du fen na nekk di wax dëgg wante lu mu war a bàyyi moo nekk ne muy attack Essa ak Talib all the time he's been attacking Talib for the past 3 years Essa the same thing fu mu ñëwee si programme boobu noonu bala moo jeex dina wax Essa or Talib even question muñ ko ask
okay now ñun mën nañoo accept ne Mamadi Kurang mu ngi hold grudge against Talib because of his mother yaay moo tax mu lost that job
even his mother mom job buñ ko joxoon you cannot be in a workplace at the same time you want to destroy everybody and you think you are the best that's not how things work understand nit ki looy def danga ko def si yoon doo ko def pour ngeen ne yow you are the best and these people all suck ñi ñëpp kenn baaxu déedéet
that's even worse because it shows
definitely
because yow amuloo benn interaction ak Talib didn't do anything to you why are you attacking him
well some people if they cannot get to you you know what
he just want to be relevant
he's bitter he's a very terrible person
he just wants to be
relevant comme li Sekou Seydi li wax dama si d'accord itam soo gisee itam beneen bor mu positive pour mu ñëw out ne okay this political leaders yi ngeen kii daf neen léegi mu at least mu wax dara so comme li Sekou Seydi li wax léegi jox nañ ñi loo xamante ne bu si nit ñi focus tuuti they're not gonna have no choice but to come clean Halifa Sallah ak Essa Faal te wax ne ok ñun dajee nañ but li ni ko nit ñi waxee awiyo li moo taxoon ñu dajee that was it nothing else but su doo loolu then somebody gonna pay the price.
Can I ask a probing question?
Yes.
Why? Okay, because this I cannot confirm the veracity of this. Why? I think this guy who spoke, I think Drobner confirmed that the discussions happened. So was this discussion exclusively between Essa Faal and Halifa Sallah on coalition talks in 2021?
Oh, yeah, he dropped. I will see he was here so he can answer.
Yeah, because I'm interested to know that. I'm for my own curiosity, I want to know that.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, he's coming back. Let me get him up here. Let me bring him up. I wanted to know too if it was an open conversation or private meeting with them. Yeah, AP.
Yeah.
Kay dimbale ñu fi seen meeting bi ñuy wax ni ci diggante Essa ak Halifa Sallah seen waxtaan boobu dañ ko defoon ci public meeting bi lañ ko doon waxee wala dañ def
du nekkutoon public
no private ko laajte mooy ndax this coalition waxtaan bi diggante ñoom ñaar rek la woon ndax la 2020
non xam nga ñoom ñëpp
naga APP
hold on, ñëpp a doon wax coalition talk. UDP, PDOIS, all the other parties were talking. Every day they were talking, every day. You know, so nekutone only Doi and Essa Faal that time. No.
Even time but was AP, even time but ñun dañ fokkoon sa Dr. Ismail Cissé at one point, Halifa Sallah dana ko def flag dana go detail pour dana work ak Dr. Cissé because
Dr. Cissé CA wasn't leaning on anybody. Understand? But UDP was talking to Essa all the time. Doi was talking to Essa all the time, and I have evidence. Understand? But this is not the important thing because so them on modern general to ñun. But the thing is them but mom lu mo ñew di fen lu mo fen mom xam na naka la fa démé dé wonté mu wax sax lolu dafa amut dafa xewut sax understand so it's not right
suñ ko tegoon leader sax du nekk leadership bu baax
you know ñoom Essa suñ génnoon ñu wax lu xew xam nga du nice xam nga nit ki sooy wax da nga def lu nekk dëgga wax lu nekk dëgga
Alaikum salam.
All of them were talking. It wasn't only Essa and Halifa and Doi. No. UDP and all the other parties.
No, but AP understand now. Why liñ bëgg ki moy ñi ngi wax digënté Halifa Sallah ak Essa. It's not Halifa Sallah. Essa mu ngi wax everybody, but we wanna come Mamadi Kurang mom Halifa Sallah ak la wax. So we wanna
who don't like that only Halifa and Essa
no. My brother, what I think we need to be clear on this. I think we need to be very factual on this as well. 2021 there was no coalition, general unified like a coalition talk per se. What was happening was parties were engaging people that they think can help them win. Like UDP, we spoke to different people. And at some point, even Dr. Ismail Cissé was talking to us, to our UDP student wing, because man, I was getting information. I was talking to our guys. He came over to Scotland here. He spoke to me, and he was telling us while we are talking, just like UDP talking to Essa and other. We were having this individual lot of like. It was like if you look at it, parties doing bilateral engagements, trying to draw people on, and that's how people like Marisol ended up. Endorsing UDP, BB Darboe's party, GP. Is it GP? I forgot the name of his party again. But his party, the PPP, the breakaway PPP, ended up endorsing UDP. But there was nothing like the sort of coalition talk that happened in 2016 that Fatmata Jallo Tambaja led brought everybody on board. That wasn't happening. So that's why I'm asking, when these two people talk, Because it's like the conversation was between them two, the two of them.
No,
It was not between other
I'm
people.
not saying
Yeah.
Say who? I was on the ground, okay?
Yeah.
Esa daf don wax UDP, Doy daf don wax UDP, Doy daf don wax everybody was talking to each other. What can they do? So that means they were trying to form a coalition. Am I right or am I wrong? And I can show you.
Your information is different from what the information I got from my my. But
what I'm trying
what
to
he's
say.
trying to say is he wasn't trying to get coalition. They were getting people to help them win.
Yes,
so
but
there's
that's
a
not
difference
that
between
wasn't
coalition and getting people to rally behind them.
No, they were all trying to come together in raising.
No. Let me. You see, you said something here. I am also restricted, just like you are restricted. There are certain information that I cannot say here because that will be unethical for me to say.
Okay. Shehu, luma wax mo nekane. When the UDP people came to ESA, I was there. Understand, Malani? I was there. They came with a pickup. They have a UDP pickup, and they parked it on the street. Okay? But these are not even important. Luma wax mo nekane. All of them were talking. Everybody was talking 2021, and that's the fact. All of them. But that's what they were praying to happen. And I can show you evidence. You know, so Lola, I
didn't what the same thing. Ken Banyutne, individual parties were talking to other candidates. All the parties were talking to other candidates. That's what's happening, okay? But what I'm saying, there was no like a one umbrella framework of coalition talks happening in 2021.
But that's what they were starting, and that's what they're trying to do.
Okay, but it didn't go to that level. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think we should move on from this. Malcolm has been up here for a while.
Hold on. When I came, I was there. UDP, when they came, I was there. Halifa called. We went there. We went to his house. Yeah, exactly. We went to his house in the middle of the night, around 12:30 a.m. That was the first talk. Second talk, Mamadi Kurang, he didn't analyze all this stuff. And he started lying about something that's not even the reality.
He's a liar. He has no.
Monta sila nyo mu jil party mu tek ko si kaw PDOIS bobu ñoo ni time bobu ñu ngi won Nyamina. Wow, no, he was an independent. He was an independent
so
candidate.
He joined DOI.
Aspiring president candidate. Yeah, then he joined DOI with another candidate who was too an independent. Yeah, both of them joined DOI, but he was the last to join DOI. When DOI was in Nyamina, he said he had the system change, then he joined. Then upon he joined, he still analyzed the meeting boom was ni sila kon bobu rek mom la fekke in toy bobu la xam bobu la laacce won su nekké ne amon na gis nga lolu fofu la nekkon di waxe kon no ko
wow the first one Abubakar the first one lolu ke Halifa la happen lolu Mamadi Kurang ne
lola la buga
understand ba pay luma len di wax luma
even a member.
Wow, you see all these opposition leaders, 2021, all of them were on the phones 24/7 talking to each other as one. You guys need to know this. You know they don't call and they don't what time, they don't make what time 24/7. So, you know because you mean then they were done. 2021, I saw it.
Exactly.
You know, we are
so they all have yes. And Fuma Daniel Monekane, they all have maximum respect for each other.
Okay.
So Mamadi Kurang Muneka live TV fan. And I will come up because I was there, I will come up and say he's lying. Do you know exactly what happened? because xam nga rek it's not important lu xew si private dafa war a stay private nekkul ne dafa war a ñëw si public domain muy fen
ok
so foofu laay daanelee man ma waaj
waaw jërëjëf léegi ñu may Malcolm léegi bu ñëwee Seydou yow moom dama la war a laaj ci affaire Yankuba Darboe mu ngi joxe 8 millions mu ne for scholarship so ñu gis ne last week rek ñu ngi fi doon wax affaire mbalit beeg dëkk bu tilim beeg you know all the situation bu xew si biir so
why not you sponsor school defal school yi Gambia yi njëkk mu rek la xale yi jàng
waaw danañ ci ñëw léegi Malcolm ñëwal Malcolm ñu ngi lay nuyu Malcolm
yaa ngi fa
ok Seydou
yaa nuyu naa leen
yow network yi Adama Barrow nga yor wala man maa xamul
continuer leen man sama network
non ñu ngi lay dégg léegi dama ñu ngi lay dégg Malcolm waaw ok waaw léegi Seydou
doomi mix Jane mu ñëw den nga continue the conversation
aywa Miss Jane
Mix Yanka Mik S Jane
mix xaw ma naka seen tur yi TikTok yi
xaw ma na Mik Milla cousin Mik Milla
mix ñëwal
Mik are you there all right doomi mi continue
ñu duñ fi dee nekk ok Seydou
You want to come to Yankuba Darboe now? Yeah. What about Yankuba?
Yeah, Yankuba Darboe mungi budget $8 million for money for scholarship.
Yeah, needy student scholarships. Yeah, which is good. It's a good initiative. I endorse it. Yeah.
Okay. Now, for Ulone, what ne baaxul de. I man da
Domero, mbaa yow sa network bi baax na.
tey TikTok moo am problème de du si nit ñi.
Oh, okay.
TikTok seen lii bi moo am problème.
TikTok la de du man. Man sama network mu ngi baax.
Okay. Yeah, so Domiro, I think I got what you said. You are saying basically Balamu jox that 8 million for students, for scholarship. You are saying he should have done it. Like, what are you driving at? Because we discussed this issue of Mbalidi last week exclusively. You want to bring back the equation again, that issue? Because I think I heard somebody saying Balamu def lolumu students. That's not the role of the council anyway. That's not the role of Brigam Area Council to provide.
The role of area council, definitely, No.
Let's not conflict issues. The central government, the Ministry of Education, Higher Education, Basic Education, they have a budget, annual budget, that is responsible for government schools. Whether those schools, that's not the role of Brigam Area Council. Brigam Area Council, if they want to support school, yes, that's just their own volition. They will do it, but that doesn't fall under their role. So he's just doing this because there are let's face it, most of us, we studied in Gambia. Some people struggle even to pay their fees coming from poor backgrounds. I have seen students, the very smart students could not advance their education because even in the PPP government, that time scholarships were not, if you are not part of the clique of people that there are certain scholarships you're not opportune to even to come and study in the West. Most of the people go to Forabe College, poor people from poor backgrounds, even if they have got good results, they go to Forabe College, Sierra Leone. And the people who were, send parents probably top jobs in the government, whatever, probably will be giving ODA scholarships to come and study in the West. So what Yankuba is doing right now is trying to give opportunity to people who are needy. And I think this is something that is commendable. I don't know why anybody, you see, sometimes it is just that situation. Whatever you do, well, that's fine. I think the democracy comes up with that. People will have something to say about it. If you don't do it, they say, no, he hasn't done it. He's doing something that's right that he should be commended for.
What department la mo liggéey?
Sorry?
What department la mo liggéey?
Mo yore Birkama Area Council.
Khan.
Yankuba Darboe.
But I don't think Lola more like it. He doesn't know Young's role. She doesn't know Young's role. Was that your question, madam?
Yeah.
I'm gonna like it.
Yeah, Lola like from what department la liggéey?
Yankuba Darboe is the chairman of Birkama Area Council.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm not new business soup. They have the same gis buma amayita. Mandama yakar ne bala moy jël 8 million to go spend. Okay, it's good. Waxuñ na baaxul. But yakar na am na lu wara gëna nekk priority than that because that central government will do it anyway. So mënu to joxe ci scholarship lo central government bi mënu to joxe. So man dama fa wone yangs dafa wara focus ci mbeddi ak ci playground pour xale yi wala senior center cool off pour mag ñi façon yooyu noonu mu def ko ci community si dafa naa ne ci la ko nit ñi doon gën a apprécier li muy def
waaye doomi réew unless ñu am
xaaral mu daanal jaane nga ñëw
xam nga lu xew unless ñu am sauvé baromètre def sauvé laajte waa West Coast ndax Yanks lu mu def ni di majority dañ prefer ne mu def leneen we wouldn't know everything yow yaa ngi jox sa opinion these are all you're being speculative you're just being presumptuous about this because at the end of the day if you go soo demee nga laajte that needy child bëgg a jàng tey yow nga laajte ko kooku loo ma wone lii moo gën a am solo to him or her than mbalit keneen dina wax ne no mbalit moo am people's preferences dafa du nekk benn ñeneen dinañ wax ne mbalit bi is their priority ñeneen ña wax ne man suma doom pour mu dem jànga mooy priority for me so everybody is different.
Dominic, can I make a comment on this? Mandama Ampuljo, I have to go. Gis nga government ni ko demarcate ku nekk da nga am sa liggéey ku nekk dafa am lu ñu la jagleel ne loolu nga wala liggéey. Understand that when it comes to education and stuff, we have the Ministry of Education. Understand the ministry bobu nono mung fa, and they offer scholarships.
Right.
Already numerous scholarships that are offered, including ñaari scholarship yi day joge Angleterre tamit, which is the Shevlin scholarship and the what's it called? The Commonwealth scholarship. Right. Scholarships it comes from Turkey and Cyprus. And we have others coming from African countries, Right. UNIC schools, they also have sponsorships at your, So, yes, it's not enough. It's covered for. Now, yo so boke sigo. Yo yange face lempo link de oil sa tax. Right? Man lima faye suma tax. Dang man service bini lala ofal.
Right.
Legi li ngay fay pour lolu. So man su fekkee ne maa ngi fay and I am not getting service biñ ma nekk di jox nga jël suma xaalis di ko dugal si leneen I would be pretty pissed. Okay? Man suma xaalis dama ko fay because dama bugg a yoon yu baax suma koñ. Dama bugg a suma mbalit bi ñu ñëw di ko pick up. Dama bugg a suma yoon yi ñu clean bugguma gis ki mbalit ak yooyu si suuf. Now so jëlee loolu noonu yëpp defuloo ko nga jël xaalis bi nga ne ma man de dem naa di fayal ay nit school te already yow loolu noonu du sa liggéey yow bokkut si luñ la xaayayee because suñ fi laajtee fi school ñu ne déedéet loolu du liggéey local government so local government walu takkiita pour schools apparently léegi xaalis boobu noonu instead of nga dugalal ma ko si man lu ma la koo fayee yow nga jël ko di ko dugal si leneen because yow loolu moo na ne you are not doing a job for me. You are not doing why I hired you. So you're not rendering me any service. Te lolu suñ ko defé some part of the population dañoo perta. Because all of Birkama area council, hala yoyu nonu ye fayalu lolen. Why every single person, every single household, you get face and tax like you. Some people more than others.
Yep.
Why you?
Domino, let me just make a comment
what I'm
here.
saying,
I'm gonna be honest.
Let me finish, Segu, then you follow.
Okay. No, I thought she finished.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead, doctor.
So, Lunyo jail 8 million bobo non dikoduga say hala. It's not coming out of every single kid within Birkama area council. Sponsorship bobo non neko do them. So some people you get perta while they're paying their money while others gain. So lunya high is to do something loham. It's for the community as a whole, not to pick and choose what you do and step into territory that is not yours. Linga wala lige, momga wala lige. It does not matter who cries over it or not. Why linga wala lige, li lanya employee, lolunga wala lige. Not to step into someone else's territory for praise or anything, because manon la kugisi. It is not your borders.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sometimes when we speak, we got to, there's nothing like education is exclusively on the government. It's their primary function, but all municipalities all over the world, you go there, they have the scholarship programs all over. This is not peculiar to become area council. All over. It hasn't started with Yankuba Darboe. So, and again, not everybody in BAC is paying their taxes. There are people with tax arrears in that country. These people, there was a time I had Talib going to the radio, reminding people to pay their rates. It's easy. When people say people pay their rates, we are assuming that everybody pays. There are some residents who don't pay their rates. Councils, this local government have to chase them to pay their rates. Because anytime people come to the platform, they say people are paying their rates, assuming that everybody, the greatest chunk of people, yes, some people do pay, but also the Gambia government is not giving scholarships to everybody. These scholarships that you are giving about this scholarship at the level of government, how many Gambians go out of school, don't continue their education, couldn't afford, are not able to, their parents could not pay for their school fees. I came from Lamin. I didn't come from a well-to-do background myself. Okay, man. For example, let me take myself as an example. Majal Suma Baba as an example. Man, Newsort High School Lanekon. Okay? I'm not blocking my trap, but I came first. It's my bad B. All right? 1987. So they may see Newsort High School board B. You will see my name. Because Newsort High School, so they may see board B. All the students, year to year out foster. But man, I could not get scholarship to come and study in the West. Because I'm not from a well-to-do background. I applied. I'm not very good result. O-level result. I ended up going to Sierra Leone. Major example. So it was not based on performance. Those scholarship time in PPP is not based on performance.
Scholarship, council or central government?
Yeah, central government, the PPP government, when I was here in Sierra Leone, because I went to Sierra Leone for a college.
Now, our point is, okay.
There are a lot of people going to primary school, secondary school, Mununyo fails in school, government, central government, all these people scholarship. Central government among that resource to give to everybody in every region scholarship. Yes, it's their main responsibility, but they cannot. So where Youngs feel, because Youngs, Dundanali, he's been there, he has seen it. It's just like you grew up in a poor community. You see some students.
Okay, understand. Youngs, you can get Nekon. Okay?
Wow.
The council for UK, then they just have scholarship. I'm just trying to understand, because you might know better than I do. So if you can help me out, council UK, then they offer.
Okay, number one, you compare apples to oranges. Talking of Great Britain, an industrialized country, a member of G7. Fee education. Education is accessible to every child here in the UK. Yeah? You cannot come here in the UK and Auma scholarship put them janga. Lord, it's not happening in this country.
I'm scholarship put them janga. Why uni be hanga for government be la fair uni? Your government be fair uni be?
No, government gives loans, student loans.
Yeah, why don't loans why hanga yung na support
student loans commence. Student loans commence. When did it start?
But But it was as long as Mumfirek is start.
No, but no, luma la wax moy ndaw si luma wax moy le fi amul problem bobu non because fi every child have access to education.
Man fi nga waxe understand nako because fi ni in UK sa school si nekul si under government education school dafa nek si under council bi.
Okay, but jang man lu bay wax hu moy central government bi su fekke ne ñom ñi nga amé minister of education. ñom ñu ngi work on the education sector. Fogul na council si ñom dañu waro na facility.
No, Domiro, you are not luma la bëgg understand ndax nangu nga ne amna xalé yi nek Gambia mo xamne nguuri Gambia mënut la fay sen scholarship bi ndax lolu amna ndax amut.
Lolu amna.
Okay, so fekkee ne lolu amna d'accord nañ ci lolu. So UK ndax lolu amna fi. So bull compare regions you xamne bokkuñ.
Why okay. D'accord na UK lolu amu fi why foog ñu wax
luma la bëgg wax moy yes, this is not council's main responsibility, but they also do this as part of their social functions, okay? Because you're a chairman, you cannot say you will pay 100% of your revenue on Mbalit and to try to make the place clean. And you see needy students in West Coast, the central government cannot pay for their fees.
Why can't you help them if you can? I just want you to hear me out. Don't
yeah.
It's a teamwork. Local government and central government is a teamwork.
Yeah.
So, everybody have access to an education. More in a council how? More make sure in the community school buses, enough school buses. Make sure they will come pick you up. Okay? Lolo council is go. Benan be moy. Council see then make sure yoni se area. Yoni don't make sure it's smooth. Traffic be done madam dinyo.
Yeah.
So the very lolu government in the education kali dañay mëna am access to education. Number one, yang leen di defal tali yu baax. Number one, yang leen di defal playground. Number one, yang ngi it's a school bus yu leen di yobbu di leen indi. So pour ñu am access to the
some childhood friend boo xam ne moom papaam dafa gaañu woon.
Right.
Yaay bi rek la amoon, yaay bi was struggling to even put food on the table. Boy bi ku smart la woon. Okay? He was in primary school, first position la daan jël rek. Very intelligent guy. Why amul xaalis. He mu dem education time boobu noonu pour am scholarship gars yi joxuñ ko. Jamba di dem li time PPP la de du time yaa jëm sax. Bu ut scholarship amuñ ko because amul connection.
Right.
So what happened was he ended up getting scholarship from Catholic mission.
Yeah.
They saw the talent in this guy. Ñu jox ko scholarship. Nguur gi mënuñ ko jox scholarship. Te he made the effort. Okay?
Why go
if young jox koku scholarship.
Nguur gi dañ bañ pour jox ko waaye waxuñ mënuñ ko jox because yow yaa ngi wone ne amul connection pour am loolu. Understand? So mu ngi mel ni nguur gi ñoom ñoo ko deny right.
But this is what is happening in our country. You xam nañ ne let's face it, even time PPP loolu la wax fii people ñoo xam ne they deserve to get this scholarship to come and study in the West duñ ko jox man suma bopp I was a typical example. I had a very good I only got scholarship to come here to come and do my postgraduate.
Well, okay. Est-ce que young scholarship yu ma joxe nii dana Brikama area council students yëpp? No,
mënut a jox, but half a loaf is better than nothing. Of course, youngs will do that. I have no doubt in that.
Of course, you're not gonna say youngs will not do that.
No, I know youngs very well. Adomire, youngs is a very upright person. It's not has to do with. He's a very upright person.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, let me tell you, Ramu Sabali nominated Nako, Mumfabe Legi Mugelige ak mom. Okay?
So, no, wait. But Ramu Sabali, Raki Mamu Sabali.
Wow, why Legi Hamga Demna NPP. He's still there at Brikama Council, isn't it? So she's still there.
No, why
Sukomuna Dahasa, Duko Dahasa? Sukomuna Daha.
No, Sukomuna Daha.
No, Duko Daha. Yangs is not vindictive.
Now we're gonna wrap up. Indi Malcolm, because I have to get up early in the morning. Malcolm Newell, you also network bi moy lolu.
But fu ma bëgg a add lu ma bëgg a add mooy like okay fi ngeen wax ni mooy dëgg Yankuba area bu mu dem ni it's too early pour mu dem it's too early for me man sama opinion dafa early trop pour mu def loolu comme di fayal student di jox student yi scholarship West Coast dañu am problème yoo xam ne like the problème duñ fi jeex yoo xam ne ñooy priority yooyu la war a obstacle before muy jox donation scholarship to the students yeah KMC ba léegi am na mu West Coast fii Yangs fu mu responsible yeah ñooñu ba léegi am na yoo xam ne musu ñoo xam ne comme ba moto daf day jógee Brikama ñëw collect mbali
right
understand
yeah go ahead Malcolm ñu ngi la dégg
so understand ngeen fu mu nga am yooyu yëpp nga am yeneen problème yu sew yeah nga am problème yu mel noonu nga yëkkati that some amount of million people are expecting okay Yangs will focus more on comme suñ environment bi mu gën a clean mu gën a set ñu gën a am yoon yu gën a am solo like ñun West Coast amuñ park boo xam ne sax nga ne lii is a classic park boo xam ne ndaw yi foofu lañ def tàggat yaram
exactly loolu laay wax ni
the priority
yes
suñu marché yi di ko dugal si college baax na maybe si society bi su gaay jàngee dem tollu si dinañ dimbale nit ñi but at the moment tollooguñ fu Yangs war a génnee that million di ko dugal si college because BAC si boppam Brikama area council si boppam taxawut si ñaar tànkam fu mu ne génne that amount of million di ko dugal si college while soo ko solful rek every rainy season problem la ñu am definitely I vote for him and I still like the guy but lu nekk suñ main problem moo gën loolu la waroon a solve first after suñ jarbaat yi suñ doom yi su demee ñu gis ne léegi council bi taxaw na li mu war a def yëpp su defut yëpp waaye def na 75% ok nga toog balaa ngay génne million boobu sax nga gis ne West Coast am na ñu fay jógee dem Banjul jàng doo leen jëndal ñaari boss instead of nga jox ko benn like maybe 10-50 family nga jox leen scholarship like at the rate of 10,000 students ñi nga xam ne they are like those people and they also not need that scholarship waaye soo ko jëndee woon boss ñoom ñëpp at least dinañ si benefit from that boss dinañ leen yombalal pour dem school but for me definitely jotut time am jotut su koy def tamit time bi jotut.
Okay, Dominic, I want to just say something. It looks like most of us here don't even understand how councils work. If I hear some comments, Yangs doesn't have an executive authority at council. These mayors and the people don't have it. You know why councillors? They have councillors, they vote on these issues. And if you go to West Coast, you have APRC councillors there, UDP councillors there. I don't know whether NPP councillor Mufa. I don't know, maybe Ramu right now. So these councillors they vote on the agenda of the council. It doesn't mean that Yankuba, if I talk to officer, I'm like, okay, I will give this to these people. And we don't understand this thing. Even at KMC, this is what happens. When Talib was trying to explain certain decisions, he cannot make some of these decisions because the councillors they vote, and these people go and vote. And some of the decisions that they vote, the chairman cannot override. Okay? Right. So we don't understand the dynamics of this. And even in Banjul, the same thing is happening there. Rohi cannot take certain decisions there without the councillors voting on it. It's just like National Assembly. There are certain things the government cannot do without the National Assembly rubber stamping that. So Yangs is there. And again, I don't know what he will do, what people will be happy with. And I think these things come with leadership because he gave out money to wards here. And Bobotam is not priority. Scholarship is not priority. And we need to understand development. You have short-term, long-term, medium-term, and long-term plans. Aferi Marsebi is not a short-term thing. That marché has been there from PPP days to APRC days.
But we need development. Even if it's PPP there, PPP has gone.
But madam, let me land, please. Let me land. I know we need development. Just like you want development, Yanks also want development. That's why he's there. That he's there trying to and his councillors are good. He cannot become an area council right now in the next 3 or 4 months. These are heavy, highly intensive projects. That is not 8 million cannot change that market. All right? So these are capital intensive projects. So these are long-term plans. And Yankuba, man, I start with Yankuba. Marsebe is part of it. Marsebe, the sewage system has to be addressed first. That's what a lot of people don't even understand. You don't just go and build a market, new stalls there when the sewage system is not addressed.
Bro,
the drainage system
now. Okay.
No. I'm not understanding, madam.
Now. Yeah, Harold, bro, Harold, Segu.
Yeah.
At the same time,
I'm not defending Youngs. I'm just saying, what I'm saying, again, these are, yes, the concerns are, the affair Marseille, Mansoma Papa, Def Manahari, and them, it's all invalid. It needs to be addressed. But again, to say that students should not be given priority, if you are that poor child in that situation, walai dokowa, ken dokowa.
Wa memarek bro, memarek ñun fu ñoo waxe waxuñ ne lim def baaxut. Understand nga? Why yow position biñ tax ju def xam nga comme like yow position bi tax ñu tek la fa. Position bobu nga wara gëna consider dan bala nga consider leneen. Understand nga? Lepp lu mëna ñëw ci kaw lolu ñu xamne bonus la. Why yow priority bi tax ñu la fa tek. Yow pat defulo fofu dara di jël amount of 8 million di ko spend ci leneen te am na fu mu yelloo. Def ni lañ waxante dëgg nak. Xam nga nekk do seet tur bu baax bet wara yaa ayena yi.
Okay, now, Harold, Malcolm, wait. Malcolm.
Definitely.
Well, just 1 second. Send construction. No, then need them to serve, then no backup. Send you there? So, just now, my notes you. Send construction, to make it busy. Okay.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Dama hala Japanese. Dina ñëwaat in 5 minutes.
Okay, fine.
Okay, thank you.
Ja ñëwal.
Ma ñëw nda.
Wa alaikum.
No, ja mo ñëw after Amadou den yow. Ja
yow.
Okay. Yeah, naka. Wa sakala ci affaire yang 8 million yu budget pour scholarship.
Wow, man boy, foog naa ne lu mu def noonu lu right la. Because yes, living and be Nakaturati, job can be government with the plan negative neglect. So Fognana Tamil Shingeles in the Tamil Delos in the Tamil anyhow, need moving to Delos in the Albahnada. Yes, should the government Tamil Japanella Amga. Yen Pahi, Yen again, important Yola negative, the importance here. Amga. You eat a moon and you fat up, you don't know. Because young small jail plus be Lubba Moya on Bibhanga Bisgama area council. So Lulta go a lot hunger. Wow, the brother Dal Mandal, Lamagis Nadal, Jitla Dal. Wow, to be honest. Neck one UDP Dalwa Hamga. To be honest, Mom Damokode over support Hamga. Wow, Mama Tali Hamga. Wow, Namanande support Wow Hamga. One thing like Obugawa, Mom Damit, government Bidal. Sugay di wax bu mu len tobo ci wax be di mer xam nga di bugale ko dafa jaay dolen de gaay xam nga yoy nonu dal fajur ko mom tamit xam nga wa dal bu ngi try to be honest mun na me kenen mu wo tamit xam nga wa do la ci bugay yoga
thanks so
la jaaje fa la nga je ñeñu wax nak waaw nga
billahi gay da da wante no la legi ko down bi la ya wa Amadou ñoo ams bro yo nuyu nañ la yow da ngay raar léegi la nga dem léegi la nga kenn xamul fi am
bel jodi ñëw after ma ñëw 2 minutes rek
okay bro ñëwal Joy xam nga Joy lañ koy wax
waaw Joy na ngeen def nag
waaw ñu ngi nii nakam
fine nakam nag
nii rek ñu ngi ci affaire young street
maa ngi déglu seen story bi about this young man nag maa ngi jógee Gambia we have some few weeks back. Why
Young's Limodev is a very good thing. So when it comes to priorities, it's very important. Why? Man get na break some years back. Why man if I'm coming on draw break what you goody. So majar yoni Unum college you know they made towards break why be want to get chi beer break but chi marsevi. Right. Double 4-wheel drive. Why the family I'm on camel because it was crazy, man. The road is really, really bad. And I was like, I couldn't see this because many years back the road was very good in Brikama. So and the modern baby Brikama, which he been which was very, very, very bad. And then I was supposed to come back because Magdega Paradise Estate. Why people there is that I'm not cancelled. I'm not on a German jail. We more gina Buddha. For madam be German jail. Jele Sukotawat come back because Bugumos Mungu to be out because the road is really, really bad. You know what I mean? And I think that is one of the most priority. Halai full sponsorland is very important. Why road vitamin is something very important. Like Marse is why Tali Euro.
Yeah. At least Tali playground for the kids and some amazing activities. Transportation to get to the get to school.
Exactly.
You know, because dana dimbala xalé ñi gëna sawar ci jang bi because xam nga xalé mom dañ bëgg auto
sponsorship is not very bad why man fona sa su jëlon sa xaliss bobu sa dugal ko ci ay 5 bosses sa mo gëna important than spending I don't know people have different priorities because Brikama so man suma joge yena ay kër dama day wala ay xalé ay boro airport ak yoy non you know what I mean so it's so many kids standing on the road. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Going to Brikama and all this stuff. So there are many, many important things people have to. I don't know. It's not being critical to the brother. You know, he is doing a good job. Why there are many priorities, your Hamne. I think the money should go in there than
going to an.
Manidega brother, we mungo defend, which is okay. This say who said it, but we also have to be fair to each other. No, you don't Gambian because we all want everything good for the country. You have to because Suba Brikama for everybody. You know what I mean? But the important thing is we have so they get man. I'm every year in Gambia. Why we want to make this kind of Brikama? I'm really surprised that.
Bro, Mona question.
Yeah.
The road construction in Brikama, does it fall under the Brikama Area Council or the central government?
Let me ask you because I think you're much more informed than me.
No. But you made a comment saying denga fa demon nga gis tali yeb ngi ba so I would assume that you know whose role is that because does that fall under the Ministry of Works or does it fall under Brikama Area? And again, one thing sometimes what I don't understand, what is the budget of Brikama Area Council? What's the revenue based on Brikama Area Council? We don't know this.
Mr. Seruli, let me give you a small...
No, because listen. We're talking about let me learn. I'm not. You see, the road.
Then you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Because I'm just seeing this viral. It's not about defending or attack. Young is an elected official. People have right to scrutinize it.
It is Gambians that elected him, and the taxpayers' money that he's using.
Exactly, he needs to be scrutinized.
Exactly, so that's where I'm going about. So it's not
to say that what to say Halley school.
No, I didn't say that. So you have to listen to understand what people are going. You have to read between the lines, not to go emotional on sports.
No, don't be judgmental on me to say I'm getting emotional. I was just finishing my point.
Can I finish my statement?
Yeah, you finish your point. Yeah.
Suvege is not even part of the Brikama Area Council, but I think the Brikama Area Council has also a priority to me to see that the road is at least better for its people. Make sure at least. I'm telling you, from Gambia College, how much can you get Gambia? Why if you drive from Gambia College?
I was in Gambia. I just came from there in January.
Okay, man for the December. Man spent over 3 months. Over 3 months.
I was there. I went to Brikama and I went to the market.
Yeah. Okay.
Nga Daniel ma mëna jël first lady bi mom xamna yaram mo tang xama first lady Adama Barrow la xawma
no xara ma fay first lady bu continuer da lo rek la bu gëna continuer
first lady
assalamu alaykum
alaykum salam
na ngeen def mbay
first lady NPP la xawma first lady fan la xar ñu déglu
man
lu mu indi
Gambien la dal
waaw bo la Gambien la kon da first lady Brikama Area Council la
man maa ngi leen di gërëm ku nekk di nuyu ku nekk si plateforme bi sa tur ak Man, just Wednesday la jógee Brikama. But lima fa gis, I'm not happy with it, and Gambians they are not happy with it. Brikama Area Council lim amee dafa bari trop te fi mu war a dugal loxoom dafa bari trop. Tey it's true ne ni scholarship biñ dugal pour xale yi baax na parce que xale mooy yóbbu réew ëllëg. Waaye tamit nit ñi tamit they are need of si fi ñoo liggéeyee wala fi ñoo nekka ni am na loo xam ne nit nañ ko te Brikama Area Council war nañ koo gën a def is more important. Waxuma tamit ne scholarship is not important, it's very very important.
No, it's yeah.
Lii soo xoolee Brikama even though si biir marché bi ndox mu fa ndox bu bari boo xam ne mu fa lu yàlla xam doy na. The market is not organized. Dafa dool trop. Ba pare soo demee foofu noonu nawet man dem naa fa nawet. Waaye even though sewage bi dafa ànd ak ndoxi taw bi nit ñi di si xuus di si dugal sewage bi di balla boole ko tamit xam nga tilim bi nekk si biir marché bi doo mun a dem sa faa. Man duga naa fa dis nawet bi passé dem naa duga foofu noonu because man suma jigaar boori Kembuje la nekka so dafa jógee Kembuje to Brikama ba pare yooni gannaaw bono bu Kembuje bi fii dem si direct to the Kembuje garage yoon boobu yaaxu na yaaxu boo xam ne moto yi suñ faa dox sax ndox bi dafa duga si biir moto yi moto bi faa nekka di jumping just like anyhow te loolu tamit Gambian si as far as nit ñaa ngi fay seen tax driver yi ñu ngi fay seen tax ñu nekk si marché bi ñu ngi fay seen tax that money should go back to the people.
Loolu la ñu wax de.
War a go back to the people. Because soo déggee moto bi soo déggee yaa ngi dawal da nga am tali bu baax tax bi nga fay soo pour lan la pour nga am tali bu baax boobu mooy yombal sa liggéey ba nga xam ne sa moto du yaaxu te yow di nga mën a gis booba si sa tax bi nga fay. ñi nekk si marché bi tamit seen li ñoo fay si lañ bëgg a war a gis seen boppam ba nga xam ne seen foofu noonu war naa mun a am indi maximum place boo xam ne ak war nañ koo defar boo xam ne su nawet bi ñëwee poto du rey nit xet bu bon du rey nit daf dee rata boo xam ne fa mel ni yow laalo nga tuur si biir marché bi.
Waaw.
And people are not beginning for that. ñu demaat fële ne soo jógee Brikama Coast Road fan la nekka Brikama Area Council. Coast Road beneen problème lañ gën a am ñun tamit su nawetee most of the people duñ dangoo dem Coast Road.
Ay.
Because of tilim because of lan mbalit because of lan marché bi baaxut foofu noonu yëpp baaxut te sa si gannaaw marché bi foofu noonu am na school bu fa nekk xale yi dañoo intend pour xuus si biir ndox bi dan pour ñu nekk di dugg si biir egg si kaw am loo yoon boo jaar.
Waaw.
Sister,
am loo yoon boo jaar.
First lady. Xam nga yéen ok criticize baax na trop waaye sooy criticize dafa nekk something concrete because tax base bi Brikama Area Council am munut pour lifin government central government dañ leen war a jox subvention 25% of their development lifin dafa war a jógee central government since time immemorial baro government bi nangu ñoo joxe loolu noonu. Secondly
déglu ma baro government joxewut yow li nga amee nga try si nit ñi xam ne you are trying.
Baro haral sister kii Yankuba mu ngi order some trucks pour ñu jël mbalit nga xam ne tax money bi moo receive from that area council xaalis bi mu tudd mu ngi ne just liggéey li fi noonu sign since 2019 pour increase rates yi mu ngi ko bëgg a implement gaa ngi jëmale fi ne yanks muy yokka rate bi te fekkul ne moom dafa fekk loolu fa already xaalis yi yoo collect from hotels ak yooyu noonu central government si teg loxoom.
ak billboards yi sax jël nañ ko billboards yi.
waaw
ak garage yi tamit jël nañ ko.
Sehu so demanding bank. Then I ask because little about them they will think you are UDP, you are here to defend.
No, but I don't mind. Because these are all Sobeyaa supporters. So I know their agenda.
Why li happen la la nit ñi di explainal. Talib mu ngi start on pour defar about a road $300 million. Central government ngi ci sen tanka bañ pour mu def development bi. So central government
does not stop him. That does not stop him from developing the maximum limun. This is my brother. My brother, let me tell you. Because my man nekadi wax. You must always a point. Let me develop a point. Yeah, what happened in this country, everybody knows. We are not or we are ignorant. No, what happened throughout the Gambia, we know. Every Gambian kuy dëkk ci biir réew mi xam na what is going on. Even xale bi juru démb sax xam na what is going on. Yaa ngi dégg since yaa ngi xëccaloo xam ne yow leer na la ni how many years or how many months yaa ngi ko xëcca it is not going perfect. The one you are having trial si loolu nit ñi ñu gis ci seen boppa. Wow. Because biir ka ama métti na métti boo xam ne amu fa fu ndox mun a jaar.
Sister, bi yang toogee year before last lan la lifi dafa indi pour mbalit problème pour lifin project jël di xaay ay moto pour ñu ñëw jël mbalit yi di yóbbu waaye loolu mënut a dem because of lan la tax xaalis bi nekku fa because la da ngaa lifin bi tax ñëwee bu njëkk a ñëwee lan a xew corruption bi fa nekk lañ njëkk a fight pour mun a increase tax bi moo am revenue bi moo am mu stop ñi fa sàcce ñu bañ na ñu lifin bañ si arrest councilors yi nga xam ne ni ñu leen elect pour ñu mun a defend jonga dañ la lifin pour mun a jonga stop because lan la doo jëlee whole family nga def leen si ñuy collect revenue di xaalis yi di dem seen own post te demul si central demul si council so ba pare 8 million bi nga road construction is under the purview of GR naka Gambia Road Authorities ñu war a lifin da ñoom mun nañoo ñu ne road bi lañ bëgg a def feeder roads lañ mun a defar feeder roads
national road authority la
national road authority ñoo war a defar yoon si waaye ñooñu def nangu ñoo defar yoon yi dafa nekk ne government bi lañ war a support local council si pour dëkk bi mun a dem waaye loolu lañ nangut a def so doo leen mun a jël plé bi ngeen teg ko si loo
léegi Baboucar xaaral ma seet kii ak gën a fi Aboubacar la tudd
xam nga Domiro da nga affaire si dafa mel ne you is like ne yow
Domiro no Baboucar this is Domiro's agenda to put UDP in a negative light so that people can vote for Sobeyaa
Domiro mi mun naa ñëw
it's not going to work
waaw ci yow laa doon ñëw ne waa xaaral ma seet Abu yàgg na fi lool xaaral ma seet
Aboubacar waaw ok
Abu yow ñëwal unmutal sa bopp bro c'est que dama ko faale man dama noon dañuy wrap up sax gars yi ñëw rek ma égal leen pour ñu participate waaye man I have to wake up 5 o'clock in the morning so suma dañuy close out so Abu nekkut fa seen ñëwal
asalaamaaleykum nuyu naa leen
waaleykum salaam Yanks mooy wax di tey moom la ñuy close
waaw man dinaa duma leen téye for long sax dafa am area bu ma bëgg a ñëwee because man li nu ma ko gisee mooy dafa am politics bu ma nekk di gis fii te li is not working for us as Gambians
right
because there is a big gap between lan la government central government nekk di def ak their support for the local councils ñu ngi toog tey di laajte lu tax Brikama defarun tali waa xam nga tey taami Yaya Jammeh kenn musutoon a laajte question
right
Brikama lu tax defarun tali KMC lu tax defarun tali te ñun ñëpp xam ne Yankuba Koli moom moo nekkoon koo xam ne moo doon support directly during the Jammeh's regime most of Jammeh's activities in KMC then nobody question where the money is coming from, where is it going, why is it? The time bu mo nek fofu bundum sere kunda talibi mungi dafa bon be nu melte so mungi adis legi ñu ko jema defata mungi tan so lutax may joxe example so mo nekali gis nga because UDP Brikama ño occupy Brikama occupy KMC government dem ci nek di den ci gene sen loxo ba pare bàyyee mbiri council heads si
accent niti. Because what I'm seeing here, if I'm many tactics let make play. Because the more they are frustrated with them, the more that people will not vote for them.
Exactly.
Understand? So we have to be very careful as Gambians because nobody the same one. Nyunko jel diko push more of that side and look at UDP. No, no, do lolu. This nga divide and conquer bundewa. It's exactly blue neka de happen in this situation. Lolu mota soko sedlo. Ngen bay ko hen. Banjul. Den ko hala defar. Lunde wax moy Rohi Malik Lo mune mom lu mbuga dafa dem jël ko. KMC, the same thing, the same problem lenam. Birkama, the same problem lenam. The areas you know yep ñu upper Banjul. The new lunde contribute tax mo gëna ma. So the ñun ñoo wara avoid. We fall into this trap because the wow. Dina ñoo ci scholarship bi.
Okay, right.
Ma ngi ñoo fofu la ñëw. So nen moytu because tactics bu guy next central government nekk di play because the undermine councils pour nga gis ñu ne neen ñuy nekk di sànni wante kaddu ba pare di focus mo no lii du about UDP du about UDP lii Yankuba Birkama la nekk waaw ak ñu ne neen la
man fi mu nekk ma bëggoon so nañ wax about we are not talking about politics. Let's get about UDP, APRC or other. Man, liba buga moy. Gis nga yangs UDP la. Ñi ko sanel they know very well it's UDP.
Right.
Ki Bensouda ñi ko sanel they know very well it's UDP. Ñu sanel ko. Ñun xoluñ ne because of kii moo taxaw kii moo wara dem moo tax ñu sanel la. Xam nga la moo tax ñu sanel doomi adama yi. Ñi sanel so xolé they are against the government. Still now dañuy sànni leen that means that ñoom dañu war a liggéey ba dee ñun li ñoo wax mooy tax bi Gambia fii can you imagine that xale yaa ngay dem school there is no free education still parents ñu ngi try seen level best ñu ngi educate seen doom ba pare ëlbatikuwaat that education of xale yi ñoo dem to university level without no amuñ ta benn liggéey te that very xale yi ñoo fayal to university amuñ benn liggéey seen yaay yi ak seen papa yi ñu ngi ko amee through that place bi ñoo fayee tax pour government bi war koo change dañu war a génnee politics we focus on the job nañ focus on the job.
Okay,
ma continue ma daane la. Okay,
continue.
So gis nga scholarship bi man dama ko gisee man dama ko the vision ak the effort bu gaay def ci scholarship package bi man dam ko applaud bu baax because the reason mooy gis nga education sector bi Gambia dafa am lapses yu fa nekk yoo xam ne comme soo musee gis système bi nu mu dee demee dafa am outstanding students yoo xam ne ci dëkk boobu ñooñu ndimbal rek leen soxla to represent the country everywhere. The councils should take ownership of the people within the regions. This is a good way that we can filter and remove one of the best students in every region. Lo hamne, dama even encourage other regions to sun komune def. Dina ta Gambia, ñu mëna represent Gambia si other stages because ñi den am dafa bari students yo hamne they are so good ne. Ndimba rek mo len tere to the next step. te lii mu ngi KM mu ngi Birkama mu ngi Janjanbureh mu ngi Basse. So sun leaders yooyu sun mënee ne invest on their people pour gis ne one of the best students dina mun a génn dinañ leen mun a génnee dinañ leen mun a identify dinañ leen mun a dimbale ñoo xam ne ñoo ko deserve. Man dama applaud lii for every region ñu def ko because the thing mooy lu am na loo xam ne ñu ngi ko use am nañ other priorities yeah that is true. Waaye gis nga comme problème si dafa bari ba nga xam ne soo toogee ne di nga xaar rek dara doo ko mun a solve because gis nga this 8 million boom spend pour leave might just be a stepping stone because another institution from somewhere within Birkama mun naa ñëw sax continue the scholarship package. So it's a good initiative boo xam ne like when directly council bi mun na am scholarship coming from other institutions ñoo xam ne ñoo ko continuer so it's a good step in the right direction so dama ko applaud pour other council tam ñu ko mun a def continuer ko ni nga def mun a def sometimes do they nekk directly it comes from them but then you know I would definitely applaud it and support the idea suñ mu ne because gam den bari town ñoo xam ne den bari xam-xam they can do a lot. Why support the regular guy?
I want to go to bed.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna wrap up. Noel Segu.
So there are a few comments Mobopoga defli. Man, let me say I'm a UDP member. And I'm going to speak. We cannot separate politics from this. Sometimes we always say let's not put politics. Yankuba is a political person. Yes, he's not there for only those people in Yokosani Karta. But you cannot detach politics completely away from this. Because you know Brikama can move for the Yankuba Darboe UDP la. You also all the time. UDP your lead council. So politics we don't go separately. So what is important here? I'm not small broader topic boom lal is very important. Criticism definitely. Because it's the easiest thing to do to say they would ever want a definitely. Yeah. But that's what is a constructive criticism. First of all, how many of us know the revenue of Brikama Area Council? What is their annual revenue? Because somebody asked the question here. Need low amut, munlo def ligay bobu, and we are talking of road construction. Road nekunen I 1 million more than tali. Road is expensive venture. Tali, puru defer tali. And this come under the National Road Authority. It's not councilcy. Yes, I have a problem with the Mbalit issue. Lulu, I agree with you. Your Bonko raised it last week, Mansanangona. That has to be addressed. Right. But Yankuba, let's give this gentleman a question here. 22 years, Brikama Area Council on the APRC. Right. Marse Lumbonon, the dilapidated nature of Brikama market, Mofanekon, Buya Jemeneka for 22 years. That I'm not a short. Right. Brikama has always been in this bad state. Even last time, I get a Pabudu Boja, when the government see Combo more the majority of votes, but Combo is the most neglected part of the country. Adam Baro Mungini, them na Sampa Marsebu is in Basse, because Basse is his area where Brikama market, Lala Fadef. Then he take the initiative for Musampa Marsebu is in Basse. Domireo. They got a brand new market, Marsebu Laka. He took the initiative to make sure that Basse Amnan Marse. And they deserve it. But Brikama, even Brikama is not because they don't have the last election. The people of West Brikama Area Council denied him the vote there. So local government, you get central government. Development fund, then you want to understand development fund, good chunk of that is come from the central government. The councils are not getting that. Bepare nga gel revenue base of the councils, billboards, garages, just like Banjul, Makati Square, legi nangu nañ ko ci loxo Brikama Area Council, State House ñoko jël gis nañ letter bi. All right? And again, Banjul, why Banjul is functioning? Because
Makati Square is in Brikama Labok.
No, Makati Square. I'm just giving Banjul as an example. Makati Square, just government nangunan lulu from Banjul City Council, BCC. Okay? Right. So what I'm saying is, Dobireu, Banjul look at things get yomba fofuno compared to KMC at this, because majority of the councillors in Banjul are NPP councillors. So they want to make sure Banjul works because Nyontam didn't am turbo ba fofuno 10 councillors in Yofanek. NPP won majority of the seats. Okay? Whereas in Brikama, NPP maybe have a better seat line for AMC councillors or whatever. So they want to make sure Brikama Area Council don't succeed so that UDP or APRC, Noto Alliance, takes the credit because Nyom send councillors in your body. So politics musili and the government is playing politics. Yes, Yankuba, so you can criticize. Well, Yankuba, let's also say the good things he have done. I'll come here and say Yankuba didn't do this, but Yankuba never fekut darasi rankesi Brikama Area Council. How many of us here are talking today would be able to do what Yankuba did? What is cheap? Younger than the Brikama Area Council, you found the accounts in red. And still you manage to increase the number of staff that employ and their salaries munusa manke. Bepare nganyo gender motors this trucks he bought. Nyata trucks la gender. Hana jiso loko domireu.
Mané jubo lolu bëggon na la challenge sa parce que gis na né Sidi Touré mu ngi ko si bëgg jox hata be yang mu ngi té waxa mom nako you guys need to stay away from this because this is council officers, not central government officers. So I don't know what happened between Sidi Touré and Youngs, but there is something in there. But lolu benen
Domino balada wacha xana gisulo Kerewan Area Council they spent $7 million pour ñaari
mom man aj na ko fi sank be dadi el nekon fi way after the
no I don't do sorry si lolu because koku nekon UDP
you don't come and talk about
I'm brother man for my day Sobeyaa, I'm enjoying your game. Just keep playing it. We are watching from afar. Send tactics. Tell Gambians the NPP is not good. UDP is not good. Kylen John Esafal, Sobeyaa, Nyoko Yor. And let's see whether it will work for you. So, but that's your tactic. We understand it. Man, I managed to figure it out long time ago. So that's why any topic wasn't in the
No, that's what you think. But we tried.
That is the agenda, Odomireu. That's your agenda. I tell you, I'm going to tell you that's your agenda.
Okay, that's what you want to tell me.
Look at most of the critics here and
why you say your people are talking about Gambians? You are see everything on party. Let's be fair.
No man, bro, man, I
Gambia doesn't belong to any party. Gambia belongs to everybody.
No, I'm talking to
you say man la yep bayo
man why are you taking this so seriously?
No, I'm not serious. Let me just say as a Gambian.
My brother, daughter life, then Mama join fa. Man, Domire life for you. I don't know you don't know me. Only platform I come is Domire because we joke.
Are you not this honest Gambian?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Joy. Okay.
And what's your name?
Joy, 1 second.
What's your answer?
Sehu no. Let's move on. Bambas mu ngi ñew ini dama ko soxla won fi mom itam ci saitam but bala ñoo dem ci Bambas you free now?
Yeah, I'm free.
Okay.
Fine. Man wa bëgg la first scholarship be pour ñan la specifically secondary education la wala pour tertiary institution la wala pour ñepp la.
Segu, can you?
I am not privy to that information. I don't think I know he gave it to the people of West Coast, but in terms of the details, I don't know.
Okay. So, budget 8 million for scholarship.
Yeah, guess that, no.
Okay, go ahead.
You shouldn't want very tally. Don't have no galera like tally. The
Bambas Amadou Khara Bambas nga ne
nga bëgg ma answer question am before
wow
su pare yow nga follow
no mun na answer
waaw okay
first of all maa ngi leen a nuyu yéen ñëpp
ñu ngi lay fay waaye yaa ngi xalal loo nag bro
yéen a ma dégg
yeah great thank you
okay mu ngi laajte lifin bi nu mu tuddaati the 8 million pour ñan la. Is it basic or secondary or tertiary?
Right.
Usually, scholarship is for like 300 students. From the University of the Gambia, ñenani from Gambia College, ñenani from the University, Arabic University. Boy, ñu dee jàng Arabic.
Arabic, yeah.
University, there are students ñoo xamante ne ñoom tam bokk nañ ci scholarship.
Right.
So basically, it's tertiary. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm going to say really, Jerry Bambas, very scholarship. Dama leral very that then should very talibe. The council is not responsible for the tali. Primary roads, highways, obviously, council is not responsible. Why to maintain secondary roads? You have the Jada, then connect to the main highway. You council is responsible for maintain roads. It's actually in the local government act. So come tell you guys, you see around the surrounding area, Marsevino area, for council is responsible for Tafarko. So they have
Right.
So swing jege fofu nono. Very education day. Degala Gambians, especially ñi nga xamne ñi ci tertiary institutions. But personally, I have seen so many people ñoo xamne they struggle. Then the major grade 12. I'm in good grades why they did not have the opportunity to further send janga bi. Tax na gaay dem def leneen luñ bëggu ta def. Scholarships you ki joxe I believe that it's needed. Why my only rebuttal to it mooy dafa am yeneen priority yi nga xam ne ñoo ko jiitu. Voilà, at least yoo xam ne dina mun a target or dina mun a impact a larger percentage of the population in Brikama. Because school dëgga jànga dafa over important si dëkka.
Yeah.
Loolu I cannot stress this enough. Dafa over important si dëkka. Ba pare ñi nga xam ne tam amuñ fay, especially university bi nekkuñ ñëpp a dee am, man dem naa si university bi Gambia. Nekkuñ ñëpp a dee am nekkuñ ñëpp a dee am chance bi pour dem fa. Because of benn dafa share. You know, man time for it was around 38,000. Lubaron study was around 38,000 annually. Wow. And wow, that's share. So, hamna dina ñi xam ne ñu ngi receive scholarship boobu nañ si benefit bu baax a baax. Waaye council tam am na yeneen responsibility yu ute rek loolu. Even though I try to see maa ngi xool local government act bi all this while maa ngi try to find that did not find anything specific. Right. Scholarship, not council what are you gonna joxe scholarship.
Right.
Why the only lu ma fa gis Simbiri scholarship bi mooy ñoom waxul ne council ñooy joxe scholarship, but ñoom ñooy set the condition for the award of scholarships and bursaries. So dama xamul ndax loolu dafa firndeel ne comme schools yi nga xam ne mu ngi si biir within the surroundings today schools yi dañoo joxe scholarship. It's not really certain. It didn't really specify ne council waa war a joxe scholarship bi. Wala waaye wax na ne daal ñoom ñoo war a set condition si naka lañ war a joxe scholarship. Dama xamul ndax dafa refer to the educational institutions directly wala outside organizations yi nga xam ne dañ bëgg a fund. Yi nga xam ne ñu ngi jàngee si biir ñoom. Waaw waaye leeralul foofu noonu bu baax daal but loolu noonu yëpp man suma gis-gis mooy mbiri education bi council am na responsibility according to the local government act.
Right.
Pour mu yokka the comme quality education bi nga xam ne quality education jàngale bi within the jurisdiction of Brikama Area Council. Quality bi service delivery bi.
Right.
Am na si responsibility pour war see mun a dolli loxoom. Ba pare specifically soo xoolee section 64 mu ngi laa wax ne xaaral de buguma bis ko bi lum lefen
gang la record boo fi waxee loo xamante ne dañ
yeah okay so mu ngi laa wax ne soo xoolee section 63 section 63D mu ngi laa ne a council shall, within its area of jurisdiction, encourage the establishment of income-generating and skills-enhancing projects or programs in all schools. So, lumay findel moy council amna some degree of responsibility pour wara muna introduce ay programs nga ci biir schools yo xamne dina jappale ndaw yi upskill len pour ñu wara muna am xam-xam yo xamne dina tax ñu muna ñu mun see njëriñoo in terms of businesses ak yooyu noonu. ñu mun see ñu mun see xaalis. Yes te foog naa ne soo gisee nii dem ba di joxe scholarship dafa fekk ne kooku loxo nga jotul gannaaw. So foog naa ne yeneen there are so many responsibilities yi nga xam ne council yi waroon na ko mun a def in terms of nu moo gën a create a larger impact. Waaye man mbiri scholarship bi man personally I think it's good. But priority be they were on a prioritize yenen. I might be a little bit biased because the more witness we have dañ sona amuñ school amuñ suma xarit yi nga xam ne maybe dem leen bay jàng am leen grade yu baax waaye amuñ seen loxo jotul gannaaw mënuñ leen i fayal Why si non ne man maneka in government wala comme numa yakare ne non la government wara doxé. So it def mbir dafa wara target a larger number of the population.
Right.
Even basi mbiri agriculture sax si within the community council am na si responsibility. Loolu yëpp mu ngi si local government act bi. War na moo mën a jàppale jigéen ñi fa nekk di bay or di garden si biir within those communities in terms of research wala provide them with resources xam nga loolu yëpp council am na si responsibility even though xam naa ne government central government am na si responsibility so yii nii yëpp areas yoo xam ne bu dee council bi dooleel na waa community bi gars yi waroon nañ see mun a generate income pour war a mun a maybe increase seen yield bi bu dee dañ doon farm wala dañ doon garden ak yooyu noonu xam nga so waaye daal I'm kind of like 60-40 si diggante bi yeah why I'm not
60 you agree, but 40 you just kind of...
No, I'm 40 bi mooy mbiri scholarship bi 60 bi I would say council bi war na
okay.
Yeah, yóbbu xaalis bi in different area yeneen areas yi.
All right, great. Thanks. Xaaral ma jël Gundu yàgg nga fi ñëwal balaa ñuy close. Gundu ñu ngi lay nuyu.
And ma clarify tamit leneen. Sego Sedley mi ngi ne comme ñun ñu ngi fii di counter UDP putting NPP ak yooyu noonu comme I don't know we have an agenda. Waaye suñu agenda bi moo nekk the blueprint foofu la suñu policy yi nekk foofu la ñoo waxtaanee.
One second nga ñëw.
Waaw mbiri blueprint bi. Waaleykum salaam. Bro même 1 minute rek ma wax dara rek after nga ñëw. So ñun suñu agenda bi mu ngi si blueprint bi so foofu la ñoo wax ñun buñ ñëwee lan la ñoo defal Gambien si ak naka la ñoo transformer dëkk bi waaye ñun suñu agenda nekkul pour ñëw di wax ne UDP lii la fi lii déedéet loolu nekkul suñu agenda bu ñoo waxtaanee ay agenda tamit fekk UDP am na luñ defoon before foog naa ne it's not bad to reference yi nga xam ne xewoon na fi provided ne ñu ngi give a well-rounded view ne comme ñun lii la ñoo def lii ak lii ak lii ak lii waaw waaye amuñ anything against UDP wala anything we're just trying to we have an agenda which is the turnaround blueprint.
Léegi ñu may beneen UDP militant moom itam mu ñëw Gundu ñëw. Man léegi yaa ngi bind si suuf.
Because some of the things in Lolende were man like hell munukojin
like what?
I mean like okay like Bama start from the genesis of everything. I understand.
Wow.
Then now put into perspective. Yankuba nakalam nyewe si council bi ak bum nyewe fofu nono. Lan lam fa feka.
Right.
Ak ban impact so far like ban impact la bum def depuis bum nyewe be legi as compared to others like not even compared to others like Yankuba has already exceeded expectations like sudere no buga wax diga digalen buga wax
right
so ko xamne mu ngi ñew at council mu fekk guys and accounts were in deficit you know what deficit means right like
yes.
they were in debt
okay
you understand koku mu ñew within 3 months you understand mu ñew mu overturn lolu nono into surplus like now I mean their accounts were in surplus meaning they were able to fund themselves from the resources you have go generate and bob. This guy did that within 3 months. You understand? Mu fay like body yip. You understand? Munyo start I mean, and I mean these garbages and everything. Yankuba has already living on initiate now on that Senea project. Can you guys remember that? You understand? Lulu was geared towards addressing the issue of this garbage thing. But do not get everything at once. Like, do you know that, do you know that Yankuba has already procured trucks? Hana Gizulan, the new, batch Bohamon arrived now, like how many? About 3 to 4 trucks, I don't know.
Four of them. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Okay.
About 11.
Okay.
So he's already making efforts. With Mom, Yankuba, he has a holistic approach to everything. Mom, he's not focused on only one thing. moom mu ngi construct road gis ngeen ko foo xam ne like that Brikama that I mean moom si boppam moo dee ñëw xoolal mu simeeku ñëw join nit yi pour I mean defar yoon yi yéen a gis loolu yëpp at least soo leen a criticize da ngeen a acknowledge tam nit ki lu mu def Yankuba has already exceeded expectations ñoo wax dëgga
Gundu be nice.
mun na maa ngi ñëw xaaral rek maa ngi ñëw one is that Senaya project right Yankuba moo ko isi after that Yankuba within 1 year mu distribute 14 million that is something that is unprecedented loolu musura am Gambia 14,500,000 to every ward.
Okay.
This year, mu double ko, mu def ko 1 million. Deguma yen ken mu acknowledge lolu non. Te na nga wax ne okay, priorities. Prioritize how women is and gardening. Do you know like those funds? Each ward mu joxe 1 million to each ward. VDCC la dey bay mom du dey dictate dafa ñew mu joxe councillors each of them mu jox len xaliss. Legi dem len ngeen discuss with your ward. You understand? Lan la sen ward yi lan len soxla. Then ñooñu ñoy decide lolu non. You understand? Lolu yëpp si Yankuba la jógee. So wards you know, some of them build bakeries. Bakeries one that have supply people with bread. You have others ñoo xam ne then fence and gardening. Some of them then build hanga ñaata boreholes like I living from those funds. Hanga lolu ñaata lives la impact in terms of women gardening. Hanga ñaata lives la impact. You know, living lolu but still boy, this guy is mu employ 367 people. Municipal police, ñooñu seen salary Brikama area council 2,000 la woon mu raise to ko $6,000. $6,000. Loolu moo nekk like the minimum. This guy hasn't spent 2 years in office. He's able to do all of these things. Yes, sir. Mu ngi ñëw tam yaay gis scholarship. Children need to go to school. Gambia man amare ja. You are trivializing education, like trivializing education. May dega nit ñi ñoo taw bi naan ne scholarship loolu priority. Like, are you guys serious? Education ngeen am na loolu priority. Education moo de move
Gundu.
So ware pare ma si record am anga ma la limal. Anga yeen acknowledge len even one. Acknowledge len go. This guy is someone more am good even 2 years in office. Mu ngi mëna def yépp. May dega keneen mu ne roads construction. Yo, say who said mu ko laajte yo hanga road bo nekk di wax nonu sa. Whose purview does it fall under? You don't even know that. But you will come here, ngane da nga wax ne road si baaxul duga na fale gëna na fi yo xamulo road bo kan moko wara construct xamulo kan moko wara def.
Right.
Some of you, I just don't understand. Like at least just acknowledge that nit ki lu ba lum def. Then ngeen wax on it, okay, there is a room for improvement. Lolu nonu mom. It's a fact because but the trajectory bu Yankuba nekk di def ni Yankuba within his first term lu moo def loolu it will be unprecedented te loolu noonu sax mun si yoon boobu noonu because Yankuba lu mu def kenn defa ko fi like Brikama area council loolu musula am Yankuba lu mu def te within few months I don't know probably again next month like those trucks yooyu yëpp dinañ accès so I mean the issue of garbage loolu tamit dinañ ko address yaa ngi gis so hanga 28 million la joxe this year.
Yo, okay. Gundu, fogu na 8 million.
Mo bugal laaj Gundu.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wa Gundu. Fogulo suñu tackle a problem. Anga problem is let's say ndaw yo xamne they are amuñ sen loxo jotul gannaaw wala sen family si muna luñ leen fail transfer education. Legi, so solve problem bobu nono. Are you trying to put a bandage on the problem or you're going to solve the root cause of the problem?
What do you mean? Like right now those people are confronted. Like if you have to fix what's the root cause of the problem? If you have to fix how long will that take and how long will those people how long can they afford to wait
I'm not man waxuma ne gaay dañoo
fix that root problem bala ñooñu to benefit. They need to go to school. Okay.
So this is my larger question, Bono. So today you are responsible for a larger group of people. So in the development, see communities, you know. Man, suma guess more. Boy. So at the development for no. you choose a solution will have a larger impact among the population.
Okay.
Yeah, I understand. So you say Mohlulu. The root cause of the problem, Monica poverty. Maybe they jai or they are low skilled. Look at Lumunti maybe cancel what you want to guess to Lulu Lala.
Moilan. Because the greater impact it should like affect the greater majority, right? But I've already told you tons of things your hamne initiate nako your hamne they are already positively affecting the greater majority.
Absolutely. I agree.
Right? So
I'm definitely positive. Definitely positive, you Barry. I completely agree. Lol Magnon said an interview. Tell on the glosa. Interview me at
yow da nga yërëm UDP.
No, I'm just trying to be fair.
Amadou Yangejes. Mone Yanage Yerem UDP.
No,
this is why I say you have an agenda.
No,
right?
man.
You guys have an agenda, and if anybody wants to be mad at me to say I'm a politician, you can bring it on like the other gentleman. You guys have no agenda apart from trying to dwarf UDP and everything, so that people can vote for you. It's not going to work for you. It's going to backfire on you guys.
Sego, Fagnane Lolo Warga Ho take back.
No, I will take it back.
No, you should.
Because I made that conclusion a couple of weeks ago. Because I've seen the trend in you bring this, you started last week with this Mbali thing. Today you brought about the scholarships. Every 2 or 3 days you will bring programs by UDP.
No, today I bring
You are disguising this as
yow doo jox credit nag Segu yow doo jox credit de.
Loolu duma la jox benn credit yow. Yow dina la jox credit.
No, nekkul suñu agenda. Loolu su nekkee suñu
agenda doomi réew ngeen dee use.
Ñun naka la ñu use doomi réew.
I deserve credit sometimes.
No. Statement Bob is inaccurate because you think
no, it's accurate. To you, is inaccurate. But a lot of people listen, Amadou. I am the one who comes here, but a lot of people are watching. People need to get deglu. People see this and they make conclusions about your approach. People are listening.
No. Why, but tell you what you want. But I'm just trying to be fair. But they're not talking about acknowledge he's trying. Man don't deglu interview with Kirfano. Don't watch all the things that he was able to achieve.
I did not watch it. I will look it up tomorrow.
No, BB. I think it happened a couple of weeks ago. How much?
Okay. Right.
Wow. So you didn't acknowledge the progress that he has made. Well, I'm gonna tell you, man, lumawa. Fognane lulu is not nekunenam ko criticize pour likore. It's just pour joxe a different perspective. Fognane li mo genon. We ñëpp talk fii suñu opinion la nekk di joxe. Ñun nekkuñ si council bi understand nga. Maybe
no Segu sa moom dañu mbalak rek
maybe ñu understand why or lana happen because on ma ngeen laajte sa scholarship bi ñan la maybe Bambas moo ñëw so wax ne pour tertiary most tertiary institutions la ñi nga xam ne ñu ngi faa dem. Waaye maybe ñun lu bari mu ngi xew loo xam ne ñun
moo da Afrique sax mu ne Young is a great man.
So man suma gis-gis mooy waroon nañ ko mën a dugal foo xam ne dina am a greater impact. Notwithstanding ne comme education is important, is key. Why the root cause mooy poverty. Understand? Moo tax ñooñu mënuñoo di wala bu dee ne sax dañ mun naa nekk a policy thing wala something. It could be anything.
Amadou, were you listening to what Gondo was saying when you were talking about poverty? When Yankuba created Avenue to give money to this word, some people criticize it, but through that, some of these words were able to, some of their people were able to get boreholes. Water is a basic necessity to life, you know? So people are in the Gambia who don't have access to water, okay? Through those boreholes, is that not enhancing poverty? It's not fighting against poverty. For people to have their gardens and Nyumuna Jaidara, and if they are living out of that, is that more fighting against poverty?
I agree.
So you guys are not doing it, looking at this in a holistic way. Hamga, what is interesting? People come here and said, Mbalit B is not good. Dem Nasi Marse B is fine. Yes, we know this. This Marse has been there since the idol of Odomireu, Yaya Jame, was in power for 22 years, and Brikama Marse has been in this terrible state. Okay? And it's not going to be fly by night, Yankuba, within 1 year, 6 months, overhaul that. That's impossible. Even your Amadou, you're not a chairman of Brikama Area Council, I'll tell you will not be able to do it. With all these...
You don't know that.
No, I will bet you wouldn't be able to do it.
Why you say you're humble? You're TikTok.
No, I'm telling you because...
No, but
Amadou, unless you have resources outside, but within the revenue base of Brikama Area Council, and on top of that, the government has now curtailed their revenue. Billboards, if you don't, garages they have to, and they are not giving the development budget that they're supposed to give.
What gives you the commands?
Well, because within the revenue base, you can't. You're gonna do what you don't have.
No, that's what I'm saying.
What you don't have.
No. That's what I'm saying. What is your reason to think that
Lulu, let's not drag on that. That's speculative. Let's hope one day.
Thank you. I'm glad you said that.
The first elected mayor or chairman for Sobeyaa somewhere. I pray for that. And then
I don't have any political ambitions. I have zero political ambitions.
Okay.
So,
Amadou xaaral yow da nga yërëm ñoom Sékou Sédile da nga leen di yërëm xam nga luy seen problème ñoom differentiate doing things and doing the right things ñoom loolu lañ mënta differentiate so lii mooy suma problème ak UDP they're doing things absolutely yes they are doing a lot of things but question is they are doing the right things.
Okay, Domino, let me ask you one question, and I want your honest answer. Among all the chairpersons, chairmen that Brikama Area Council ever had, in your honest opinion, who is the best among them?
To be honest, Yanks.
Jahna, what be Jahna? I'm going to.
No, why? Okay, kon nak suma na Yanks. Kon suma ñëwee wax bi nga xamante ne disagree na ak Yanks. Give me credit.
Okay.
At least. Because how many times man are youngs? How many times man are youngs? Because you must give enforcement, you must give men and women you put into uniform. But CD Toure no bugger intervene, Mustap go right there and let him know his place. Yes, I respect somebody who can stand up for the right thing. This is why money UDP most of the time. I mean, they keep doing things, but most of the time do they differentiate the doing things and doing the right things? Think about the right things. People gonna agree with you. But if you do things, it might not be right.
I will leave you guys to continue with Bambas.
Yeah, thank you, Segu. Yo, Bambas is going to hold the fort. Mind you, online bantaba.
Amadou Luta Sobeyaa different candidate have died. You like a question, Bobo.
I was there when you were asking the question.
I'm gonna answer, but I wouldn't say it here.
No, I
wouldn't say it.
We have nothing to hide.
I wouldn't say it. I don't want to touch some nerves.
You don't support PPP. We because you understand PPP. We are supporting an opposition.
I know. I'm just pulling your leg. I don't know. Thank you. Good night.
Hi guys. Now we can wrap up. So it's time for me to get up out of here. It's